Trump, 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 Trump. Everywhere I go, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. Everywhere I go, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Down in Mexico, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Flew to Italy, they love Donald, Donald Trump. In the Middle East, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Met some Africans, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Even in China, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Man, these Indians, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. Everywhere I go, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. Everywhere I go, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. Everywhere I go, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Down in Mexico, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Flew to Italy, they love Donald, Donald Trump. In the Middle East, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Met some Africans, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Even in China, they love Donald, Donald Trump. Man, these Indians, they love Donald, Donald Trump.
Hey.
I'm gonna have that song in my head all day now.
Oh man,
new theme.
I've been bumping it nonstop. It's just so good. I can't get enough of it.
Is that you? Did you make that?
No, that's Anthony Constantino. We listened to his music video last week.
No, I mean the remix.
Oh, you mean like the intro?
Yeah, like the dance version of it. It wasn't quite that bopping.
No, I didn't touch it. That's the same version.
Oh well, never mind. Wow.
It just was so much more of a banger than you remember.
It's true. It's true. Shame on me.
I also made another video project that I'll wait until other people are here to show everybody, because it's more touching. It's more of a wholesome, I guess you could say. I'll just tease it. It's an homage to Mitch McConnell, who may have died. So
he may have died.
Yeah, we don't know though. For sure.
He's in the Jordan Peterson tier, where I'm like, I don't know what his current health condition is. Honestly, someone should probably look into that who cares about him, because it is strange that he just keeps disappearing and his daughter suddenly takes over the empire and no one really has any answers as to what's happening. I'm not implying anything at all. I'm saying someone who cares about him should just look into this to make sure that he's okay and yeah, reach out to him, because I don't care about him. But if I did care about him, I would be the person to probably look into what's going on. So.
Yeah. It's like, is he in some sort of state of limbo? Is he trapped between life and death? Is he in a vegetative state, potentially? It's really hard to say. But yeah, Mitch McConnell has entered that territory, and we'll definitely talk about that. Ken Klippenstein. I was blanking on his name. I almost said Mitch Klippenstein because I'm thinking Mitch McConnell. He wrote an article about this where he kind of breaks it down. So there was I got a bunch of stuff ready to talk about. I was waiting to go live until everybody else showed up, but I just want everybody to know, let the record reflect, Lance and I were indeed here on time. We always are. It's everybody else. So whenever we're late, you blame all the other people who are on this show, okay? I'm sure they'll be here, but they're late. Not us.
All those lazy people with like day jobs and
lazy fucking bums. Imagine saying I can't make it to Leftist Mafia on time because I have a 9 to 5.
Jesus.
Extremely ridiculous. Like, wow. Yeah, they are slackers. Thank you, Etch. They are.
In good news, Rebecca and Ariana are going to be joining us today, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
And
if David jumps on, we'll have a full house. So
that will be exciting. Wow.
Yeah. Doesn't happen too often, but whenever it does happen, it's very exciting. I did want to share a video that is going viral because there is, this week, by the way, of course, we crushed it again. We had another socialist victory. And the Speaker of the House, Mr. Mike Johnson, decided to come out and attack the socialists, and people are turning his attack into an ad because everything he says just sounds incredible. Let me bring this in here. I think I don't know if the particular cut that I have included music, but it's going viral on TikTok apparently because people love this. So let me just press play.
say, the Democrat Socialists of America? Okay, here's just a sample of what they're about. Abolish the Electoral College, replace the two-party system with a multi-party democracy, implement proportional representation, and ranked choice voting in all elections.
He tries to make it sound scary.
Public ownership of the largest corporations and essential industries to ensure democratic control and accountability to the people. End all military and economic aid to Israel. Sounds so...
I don't know if this is going to be like copyrighted, but
I like that. That's some good energy.
It's a really great cut. It's nice. I've actually been feeling really good lately because of these victories. You know, everything else is shitty, but you know.
Yeah, I saw a good tweet by someone that had worded it like, I hope you all realize this is a direct response to you centrists and Democrats' position on Gaza. Did you expect us to spend years watching like children get bulldozed and not want to do anything about it? Like, yeah, we like everyone wants radical change. This shit is a nightmare. And I was like, yeah, that really feels like what that last, series of election victories was like. Like, holy shit, what a rebuke.
Yeah. People are pissed off. I've never seen so many non-traditional people pissed off. By non-traditional, like you would expect a lot of lefties and hipsters and whatnot, and people with septum piercings to be pissed off. But when you go to town halls, when you go to any like local meetup that's like even tangentially political related, where you're making signs and whatnot, there's like these aunties, these like sweet moms that are really fucking pissed off. And they're pissed off about Gaza. They're pissed off at the Democratic Party. Of course, they're pissed off at, Donald Trump and fascism. But as we've talked about before, they can't reckon with the fact that like Democrats have been saying how bad Trump is. And then once he came to power, they're not doing anything to fight him. They're not treating him like the existential threat that, they told voters he was. And it's just been such a wake-up call for a lot of people, even normies, to just say, hey, man, they're not fighting. Like, even my mom, she really doesn't follow politics too much, but she's like, are the Democrats doing anything yet? She'll ask me, like, are they fighting? I'm like, not yet, Mom, not really. This one did one thing, but, still
they're going to strongly worded letter the fascism away. Just wait, it's going to be a couple text messages and the fascism will be gone. I know, I've noticed they are fighting now. They are finally fighting. They're angry and aggressive at the DSA. Now they found their voice. That's pretty amazing, right? We are going to use the full power. We will have a revolution. We will stop this. And it's like, of course. That's the left. They're going after the left. Great.
Of course. Although, to our benefit, they haven't changed their tactics. I thought that they would be much more ruthless, but they're also hitting us with a strongly worded letter. I say this because did you see the Promise to America?
No.
Oh, Lance, it's so good. It's basically a manifesto by 15 Democrats about how the Democratic Party is pro-capitalism and not communism. And let me bring up their website. The manifesto is a very short read. We can read it in its entirety. It's shorter than the Communist Manifesto. It's actually just a paragraph, but
that's funny because like there's opinion pieces here in Canada that are getting really popular right now that talk about how like why we must never accept China as the new global superpower. America must be our stalwart, like stuff like that, where you're just like, Jesus Christ. Like, and these usually appear in magazines owned by like American companies anyway, so I'm not surprised there. But it's just like, it's so funny them talking about like, we could never allow China to blah, blah, blah. And they're like, America's bombing like 6 or 7 countries today. Like not maybe far off in the future. Like they're really bad. I don't know. I think everyone's like, I'll take anything at this point, honestly. Like
it's outrageous.
Like anyone step up. I don't care. Like it's really bad.
Just not us. I don't want us to be the number one leader of the world anymore. It's hasn't gone too well. So this is their whole manifesto. Their Promise to America. I'll show you who signed it in a second. It was 15 the last time I checked. Although neoliberals don't want to put their names on this because they don't want to get primaried, but it reads, America is stronger than our politics. Politics forces false choices between extremes on the right and left. We reject them. Too many Americans have not benefited from the last half century of economic growth. Americans want an economy that lowers costs, expands opportunity, and rewards the people who work hard every day. Americans want safe communities and institutions that solve problems. We believe in building more to lower costs and expand opportunity. That's 2 times that they said expand opportunity for those not keeping track. We believe Democrats succeed when we speak to the whole country and value persuasion over purity. We, the undersigned, make this promise to America. And the signatories are, there's a search bar in case you can't find them. Is it still just 15? It's still just 15. Yeah. So
I'll get there. Just starting.
Right. It's the ones that you would expect. None of these people are surprising. I believe this is a Democrat who just voted with Republicans to discriminate against trans people. So very cool to see that. One thing that's funny is that I want to share this as well. Give me 1 second. So AOC responded to the Promise to America, and she actually roasted them. And their response was amazing. I'm going to play her response here because she said what she says here was just perfect.
They said, we're going to sign a pledge against socialism. And we say, okay. But then when you pull up this website, they can't answer the same question that you just asked me, Santita. There's no, okay, fine. If you're against them, that's okay. But what do you believe? And that, I think, is the core of the weaknesses from that wing in this moment. There's no affirmative vision really coming from most places in the Democratic Party, with the exception of democratic socialism. They said, we're going to sign a...
Yeah, and that's basically what everybody's saying, that they have this entire paragraph and there's not a single policy. If you go through all of their visions, it's all just principles and platitudes. And so AOC, like, they were getting dunked on because AOC essentially challenged them to come up with a concrete vision, like with concrete policies, like actual things they're going to pass legislatively. And not sound bites, yeah. But unfortunately for them, they can't do that. And they cooked up just more platitudes. So they responded, "Hi, AOC. Our promise to America isn't just about rejecting socialism. It's a vision for the future. Our principles say it best. We believe in an economy that works for everyone, not just those already at the top." Okay, well,
So
what does that mean? How are you going to facilitate that?
That's awesome. Oh, I love that. It's like, yeah, no, we're not like you. We don't like all these unjust hierarchies. So we're going to battle that. And it's like, with capitalism,
Yeah.
we're going to stratify it. Yeah.
We're going to keep the system in place that led to Gilded Age levels of income and wealth inequality, but we want an economy that works for everyone. Okay, like, how do you do that in this particular system? I don't understand that. You're not offering a single policy. They could even just say something as simple as, you know what? We support a $15 an hour minimum wage, even though that would be milquetoast.
But that's a policy. That's
It's something, right?
And you can be held accountable to. If you're just like speaking in dreams and visions, and that's basically like what people are supposed to take, how's anyone, like, you can't take them seriously at the point where they get into power and then afterwards it's like, they're not delivering anything. Yeah, because they promised nothing. They're delivering the nonsense they promised, just openly being like, yeah, sure, whatever you need to hear, people. Like, that's the part I hate. I think, and we've been saying this for a while on the show, what Zoran Mamdani is pulling off is not socialism. It's actually showing everybody that for a very long time, Democrats didn't give a fuck and they weren't doing their jobs. Like, they just literally weren't doing their jobs on the simplest things. Like, yeah, we can actually fix the potholes, right? I'm sure that's something for people living in New York where it's just like, yeah, they keep saying they don't have the money to fix the potholes, but it's really weird that all these like developments are coming from these monsters, like investors from Turkey, but who knows where the money comes from or goes, or just exchanges hands, whatever, right? It's like, no, you had corrupt government after corrupt government after corrupt government that were basically just vehicles to funnel all of the budget into the NYPD for decades. And now he's showing up and he's just like, why don't we do stuff?
Yeah, funding the parks, filling potholes. Yeah, like you said, it's not socialism. Theoretically, a Republican could do this stuff. It's just like basic governance.
Yes, this is the bare minimum of what you were supposed to be doing, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, socialism's amazing!" Like, no, that's bare minimum functional government, and even then, it's not operating as it should. He's like starting to make progress, right? Go after the landlords. That's good, right? Go after greedy corporations, but it's still not to a lot of money. It's like $10 million from Amazon. It's a start, but that's not socialism. That's the bare minimum of government.
Yeah, this is just what they're supposed to do regardless of their ideology. Like, the ideology hasn't even been plugged in yet. Like, we're just talking about like cleaning the subway, keeping shit, keeping the trash off the streets, like the basic fucking shit. Yeah, and okay, there's a couple more planks that they're saying to AOC. Aside from the economy, we believe in secure borders and safe communities because
that worked out great in the last election. Just go with that. So open with that.
Yeah.
Maybe say how you want the most lethal fighting force in the world, and you're worse on the border than the fucking Republicans. Keep that up.
That seemed to really land with the Democratic Party's base.
Oh yeah, they
and
love it.
Centrists also were like, "Oh, you know what? I didn't know that Kamala was stronger on the border than Donald Trump. Maybe I'll vote for her."
Yes. That was the difference maker. Well done.
We want a government that works to solve problems. Okay, that's very specific. Who would oppose this? I mean, a fascist could write
We
this.
want to do our job. That's what they're saying.
Like what? We want a politics of persuasion. Bro, what the fuck does this even mean? You're losing at that right now. You're not persuading anybody.
No, that's
Practice on us.
Right. The DSA victories that just happened, those were electoral victories. Those were the people. That's the will of the people. All the Democrats right now are like, I don't want any politician who says these evil things about our party. It's like, then you don't like the voters of that district. That's what you're saying, because that's what they wanted and voted for. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. They're basically shitting on voters, but they're doing it in such a passive-aggressive way so as to not like directly offend them. But what they really are doing is they're critiquing the Democratic Party's base. Okay, last but not least, and most of all, we are proud of America. That is, that's the specific, that their principles say it best. So that's their vision for the future, being proud of America. So, that's inspiring, Lance.
I mean, it's, what was Andrew Yang's party? The Forward. It feels like the Forward Party. They want
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Shit.
Oh, yeah, not left, not right, just center going forward.
It's forward.
It's the new future. Well, ending with that note, like we are proud. Like every single thing said there, you can easily, and astute politicians like Zoran and others now who are associated with the DSA, you can weave around that so well now. Like instead of being like, oh, all we care about is being proud Americans, like you could be like, I want to be proud of my country, but it's a fucking disgrace that we have so many people living on the streets while we give billions of dollars to Israel. That'll do so well now, right? Like we live in a different time. People, especially like younger voters and younger energized people who want to put time and money and effort into politics, they are done with this old fucking, every centrist person on TV now sounds like, they're 20 or 40 years older than they are as a person, just based on the way rhetoric sounds now, going on to live television and being like, well, I think if you criticize this person, that's a form of anti-Semitism, and we have to be the business makers, and corporations have to be able to make this much money, and like all this kind of stuff. And you're just like, this is like, no one buys this anymore. Like everyone knows, like the right hates you already. They don't listen to you. And for people who are like to the left of Bush, like every person listening to this is going to be like, that's not true. Like you can't keep lying to everybody,
Right. No, it's just so transparent, and you're making me think of a clip that was shared by Blakely, where I think it was today. Yeah, it was today. Abdul El Sayed. This is actually recently. He was on CNN, and the host asked him if he thinks Israel has the right to exist. He gives a perfectly reasonable answer, but of course it wasn't satisfactory. So she has to ask him the question 18 times. Like I'm exaggerating, but let me just I'll play it for you because I think this speaks to everything you're saying, Lance. It's so fucking insufferable.
Fight for and have to put up with.
Obviously, AIPAC is a big part of this conversation because Israel has become a very central topic, especially inside the Democratic Party, but nationally as well. Do you believe Israel has a right to exist?
So, Casey, AIPAC's become a big issue in this election because AIPAC's already spent $30 million in this election. They're by far the biggest spender in the race. Now, the question about a right to exist, it's interesting because nobody's ever asked me whether or not I believe Palestine has a right to exist. Every single president who served has said that they believe in a two-state solution. Israel exists. The question is whether or not we want a politics where our money is sent over to Israel to do genocide and apartheid instead of investing in our own kids.
You say it exists, but does it have a right to?
I didn't say that. I just said
it exists.
I'm not going to play this gotcha game about whether or not it has a right to exist. The question ultimately is about whether or not we want a politics that dignifies.
You're not going to play the
equal rights
gotcha
to
game, but
peace,
you're not
dignity, and
going to say
self-determination.
you think Israel has a right to
Well,
exist.
my question, Casey, I think the question we all have to
I really think she has a
is,
gotcha here.
does everybody have equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination? That's Jewish, Israelis, and Palestinians. And to me, the folks who should answer what the ultimate peace there looks like should be Jewish, Israelis, and Palestinians. I want my tax dollars spent here in Michigan to provide schools in Michigan, to build healthcare in Michigan, to invest in Michigan, rather than to be sent abroad to kill Palestinian people, do genocides and apartheid. The question about whether or not Israel has a right to exist is actually quite secondary to whether or not they have a right to our tax dollars. And people don't ask that question in good faith. So if you want to ask me about Palestinian right to exist, if you want to ask me about what I want to do for kids in Michigan, I'm happy to answer that question. But the AIPAC and Israel have become secondary questions that too many people have to talk about because our tax dollars keep getting spent over there rather than being spent over here.
I mean, how can you argue against that?
And you nailed it with that clip because, like I said, she looks so out of touch. It's like watching. It's like surreal now, right? To see it where you like as clear as day. You're like you are just so disconnected from reality or how people are talking on the ground, right? Like people. Yeah. I have non-political aunts who are like just like. Israel's pretty fucked up, just out of the blue. And it's just like someone who never talks to me about politics, but it's just like you at some point have probably seen a photo, like, or a drone shot, or just one picture, or maybe a couple seconds of footage. And that's enough to be like, what? And it's like, yeah, there's nothing, it's all gone. Like the movies, like when you see the apocalypse, like when everything's dead, that's it. It's just like a human meat grinder. No one can be on the other end of that and still like, watch those kind of things with a straight face. Like, do you believe it has a right to exist? I don't know. Does your program like this? It's so fucked up. Like talk like that,
Yeah, it's such a establishment brained take. It's the new do you what is it? Do you condemn Hamas? They go through these different things because they don't actually want to engage in the substance. They find a question to like try to filibuster and like hold firm, but it's because they don't really know how to handle it. Because if that lady actually just asked him normal questions or accepted his answer, then her new boss, which is Barry Weiss, might can her. So she has to play along. But I mean, a lot of the people in media, they're not just playing along. I think they're true believers. And part of this goes back to manufacturing consent with Noam Chomsky. I mean, he's in the Epstein files, but his book was absolutely correct. Where these people are filtered out to where they're doing the bidding of the establishment willfully, because like you don't get a position in the media unless you are willing to espouse certain beliefs and positions. So it's not, it's just not going to change anytime soon. And it doesn't matter how out of touch they get or how out of sync they are with the rest of the country. They're just going to keep on chugging ahead, sounding like completely out of touch dipshits. Because yeah, like you said, there's nobody in the country, in the world at this point, who isn't at least somewhat aware of what's been going on. And all it takes is a little bit of knowledge and you are forever radicalized, because like you can tell people, oh yeah, should they have a right to exist? Israel has the right to defend itself, yada, yada, yada. But all of that goes out the door when people are confronted with the sheer humanity of the suffering of Palestinians. It doesn't matter how persuasive the other talking points were. Like when you see children suffering, you don't give a shit about anything but making that suffering stop. And they don't get that because these folks are robots on TV.
Yeah, they also keep using the point that like this isn't America. It's not. It's like far away. This isn't a core issue. People don't care about this. And I'm like, well, first off, it really seems like the Zionists and that side are the ones who bring it up all the time. You have to actually pledge allegiance, right? Where it's like, do you believe that Israel has a right to exist? They like Stephen Colbert said, not only do you believe Israel has a right to exist, and then if the answer was yes, that wasn't enough. It was like, and do you ever believe it has a right to exist as a Jewish state, aka Jewish supremacist ethno state, right? Like, are you a Jewish supremacist? Like on the spot too. And I'm like, these are the weirdest questions to hear on like television and for New York. Like, but if y'all want to play that game, then yeah, it has impacted a lot of voters, even if they don't live there. And I think globally right now, I think there's a just international rejection of this horror. But
yeah, I would love to hear anybody respond to that question of, hey, should Israel exist as a Jewish state? Well, should America exist as a white state? Should South Africa exist as a white state?
Yeah,
because that's essentially what they're asking. But they just, I guess, like, they can make that exception and there's no discrepancy in their head. They think it's perfectly consistent because, like, Israel is a country that consists of people who were previously oppressed. Therefore, they have a blank check to oppress others. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's logically inconsistent, and they think that people are going to give them a pass for that, but they just look deeply unserious when they say shit like that. Oh, yeah, Israel can be a Jewish ethno-state, but it's bad if there's a white ethno-state. No, they're all bad. They're all bad, and that's our point. We're not anti-Semitic for saying that. You are the one who's a bigot for allowing one country to basically be institutionally superior than everybody else who lives there. It's just, yeah, I know we're preaching to the choir, but it just never gets old hearing this shit. I'm just never like, I can't be desensitized to it.
Also true.
Yeah. I do have some additional fun stuff here. So
I was going to say one fun thing we could talk about that I know everyone wants to hear is congratulations to Denims and for freedom of speech. Happy freedom of speech to you. It's a great freedom of speech day here on the internet because we have the freedom of speech to criticize and critique fellow content creators. Even if we do not like them as people, we can still critique them and they can't sue us back. Or if they do, hopefully there's some precedent that's been set. And lo and behold, there is more precedent that's been set now to defend the fair use and fair dealing of content creators, thanks to Denims. So thanks, Denims.
We owe the mother of fair use on the internet flowers. Everybody go send her flowers and love, because her, like, just sticking through all that bullshit and suffering through it is actually genuinely a service to every single person online who not just makes videos and content, but, like, if you just post on social media, what she did is strengthening all of our abilities to criticize people. And I think that's awesome.
Including the people who generate drama slop from her and her content. She defended their right to do that.
True.
Like, that's pretty wild, Like, she stood up for their right to make videos on her and use clips of her show when they critique her, as they should have the right to do, as everyone does, right? Like, that's
absolutely
freedom of speech.
They seem to not get that. I was listening to Asmongold talk about this through Hassan. He was reacting to Asmongold.
He did the exact same thing, by the way. Like, that Denims was being sued for. Asmongold watched the entirety of the content nuke. And then, I think Ethan may have even acknowledged that, where he was just like, I know XQC and Asmongold did it, but I'm suing Denims, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you did exactly what, you're accusing her of.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, this is... Maybe the judge just didn't like Ethan or something. Like, what? The judge doesn't know who these people are. Are you seriously, like, thinking that the judge is a snarker or some shit? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. The judge looked at the merits of the case, looked at precedent, which included Ethan Klein's lawsuit against Haas back from 2017, and they said, yeah, this is fair use. That's objectively fair use. What Asmongold and all these other people do is objectively fair use. What Ethan Klein used to do on his show and still does, I haven't seen his show in a while, but that is fair use. It is important that we protect that because there's so many other bad actors who want to kill fair use. And there's a case that I'm not sure if you saw this, Lance, but Alan Dershowitz, he was suing CNN for libel. And he lost, by the way, thankfully, and appealed all the way to the Supreme Court, and they denied him writ of certiorari. So they're like, we're not going to hear this case. But the scary part is that in denying his writ, there were two justices, Gorsuch and Thomas, that dissented, saying actually the precedent that Dershowitz was trying to overturn from 1964, which is from the New York Times v. Sullivan, that which requires you to prove actual malice to win a defamation case, that's just too exacting. So they basically hinted that we would like to revisit this case and overturn it, which is alarming because if that were to happen, it would be really hard to criticize any elite because they would be able to sue you and win. Like right now, they can already sue you. And thankfully, there's a lot of states with anti-slap protections. It'll still be costly to defend yourself. But if they can sue you and win without proving actual malice, you're not just going to be, $100,000, $200,000 in debt if you try to defend yourself. You're going to be millions of dollars in debt if they can win these lawsuits. So that's something that is horrifying to think about because basically we would be very limited in our ability to criticize elites unless they decided to be merciful enough to not sue us for criticizing them. And as you see, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Ethan Klein. You don't even have to be a fucking billionaire. Millionaires do this shit. And it's scary because, if you can't criticize people, then
takes, especially that's the part that's so frightening, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can't criticize the rich and powerful, we've lost freedom of speech. That's essentially what it's supposed to be there to protect.
Yeah. I mean, the First Amendment it's supposed to stop the government from impeding on your speech specifically, but that principle, I think, extends throughout society as well, and we have to do our best to uphold it. But that right there, it makes us so that way. Yeah, I mean, in a late stage capitalist system, the elites are our government, essentially. They buy the politicians, their lobbyists write the laws for us. So if we can't criticize them, we essentially do lose our freedom of speech. And just like imagine Elon Musk or like some oil baron dumping toxic waste into some river. If we were to criticize that individual, they would want to sue and they could win. I mean, Elon Musk is threatening to sue Ro Khanna because Ro Khanna cited a study saying that his USAID cuts they're going to lead to millions of deaths. And he's saying, oh, this guy's a liar and whatnot. But I mean, if he were to sue Ro Khanna, it would still cost Ro Khanna hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend himself. But if he could sue and not have to prove actual malice, he might be able to win. So that is really, really alarming. So I think that this Denims win is really important. Every single win we can get, we've got to hang on to that because things are getting pretty fucked up. There's also, I know your government is proposing a, I don't know what the bill is in particular, but it includes age verification.
Social media ban for people who are 16 and under, just like Australia did. And it sucks because it's a Trojan horse. It sounds really good on paper. And when Australia did it, it was marketed as like, well, social media is addictive. Kids can't concentrate in school. This will help them out. If you want to ban social media in the classroom, please do it. Teachers have asked for it. Parents have asked for it. That'll be great. Don't let kids use their cell phones in the class. And then, hopefully that's just like an hour of their day where they can stay off, all the addictive properties of social media. But if you ban it for people 16 and under, all it does, and this is why Meta has lobbied for it, is it allows these social media and tech companies to effectively not have to police themselves to make their products healthier. And not have to make their products overall like less addictive, less problematic for people. Like there's a whistleblower who left Meta to explain that yes, everything that you think is true. We are intentionally using gambling mechanics, slot machine mechanics, all these same kind of dopamine receptor mechanisms to get you to use these apps as long as possible. And that in theory good to keep children away from. That's part of it. Hey, how's it going, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, I'm so. Was this you two this whole time?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I saw everyone said they were coming, and I was like, oh, I'm in the middle of watching this Portugal-Croatia game. It's so good. I need to finish watching it. I thought I'd be joining the full crew. If I knew it was just you two guys, I would have felt bad and joined because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging.
No, we were having a great time. We were crushing.
Man, you guys missed an incredible game. Oh my God, Portugal-Croatia. Oh my God.
Who won?
And Portugal. Croatia scored like 3 offside goals. They were the better team by far. Ronaldo scored a horrible penalty that was given to Portugal. He should have, and he was celebrating like he just scored an amazing goal. It was just the corner. He's so I do not like him.
Is Ronaldo the guy who's the rapist, or is he the racist? I don't remember which one.
So I think
it's
racist, right? But I think there were allegations against him. I don't remember what happened with that.
I can't remember why he's bad, but I remember there's something about
it was a 2009 incident in Las Vegas.
Okay, he's a rapist, allegedly. Okay.
He maintained it was consensual.
Of course he did.
The criminal case was dropped due to a lack of evidence. And the civil lawsuit was dismissed in 2022. So that went on for a while.
Wow. Okay. I wanted to talk about the Kids Act on the subject of age verification because they just passed that in the House. And there's elements of the Kids Act that contains COSA, which I talked about last week, I think. And that would also lead to age verification. And what's crazy is that there's a lot of fear mongering about social media for kids and whatnot, and I understand parents are concerned about that. But if you end up doing these types of laws that that attempt to shelter kids from the internet, it just ends up doing more harm than good. If you look at actual studies, it shows that kids end up gaining more confidence from social media, and they end up meeting new people. And especially if you're like from a queer community or like a marginalized group of people, you actually can find other communities that you wouldn't meet in real life. So overall, as bad as social media might be on your brain at certain times, it's a net positive for younger people. And I think that like we all kind of project social media being bad because Facebook is bad and Twitter is bad and all these companies are bad, but social media itself isn't inherently bad. You know, in moderation, it can be perfectly fine. And the only negative thing about social media, at least on kids, according to studies, is if it's overused. But in moderation, it's fine. So this attempt to like do some sort of nanny state fucking thing where you ban kids from social media and you require adults to prove they're adults by entering their driver's license, it's such a dangerous thing to do. And I hate that like every single state in the world is going this way. You know, the Australia, the UK, Canada, the US.
It's interesting how like all these concerns about kids' social media use, the studies that found that Instagram was specifically horrible for girls' mental health. I mean, all young people, but it's specifically what it was doing to girls' mental health. And you know, study after study about the dangers of social media for kids, but none of these countries took action until the past couple of years when the kids started getting their information, their legit, actual, based in reality information on things like Israel's genocide in Gaza. Did these countries decide, oh, we can't have the kids on here anymore? We can't let them on here. Now, I do think that there should be strict, punishment for these companies that harm kids, without a doubt. But that doesn't involve the government getting involved and regulating who can use social media.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead, Lance.
I want to add one part about Canada because you're asking about our law. Our law is not going to apply to AI engines in the same way. So teenagers who will be banned 16 and under from social media may have access to ChatGPT or Anthropic's models or any of the other chatbots, which is also really scary because on one end, Facebook is actually, or Meta is one of the people lobbying for these new regulations because it takes the onus off them to have to regulate themselves. All of a sudden, a digital ID instantly makes their entire platform safe for 16 and under because they can't use it, so they don't have to worry about it. But chatbots can be fucked up in their own way. Chatbots as well can cause psychosis. Chatbots as well have profound effects on children's education. We're only starting now to learn about what the effects of offloading is having, especially for complex tasks and learning. So it feels like we're also giving a backdoor to this new age that they want, which is this AI tech surveillance, Palantir, nightmare fuel shit. While at the same time being like, we're cutting you off from fucking Twitter,
I think chatbots are way more harmful. I mean, look at it this way: we've already seen cases where individuals were held liable for harm that they did to young people. We've seen people being held liable for cyberbullying. Adults cyberbullying kids and pushing them to do harm to themselves. We've seen cases where people were held liable. In these cases of these chatbots, we've seen nobody held liable. And there's been numerous instances where chatbots have convinced people suffering from AI psychosis, believing they're talking to a actual, feeling, intelligent being, a conscious being. We've seen people who feel that way harm themselves over what the chatbot told them to do. Kill themselves even over what chatbots told them to do. Kill others based on what chatbots told them what to do.
Mass shootings here in Canada was AI psychosis related mass shooting.
Yeah, I think that the ultimate solution is you got to break these companies up. You need like a publicly owned version of social media. And we need to not fuck with the existing laws. One thing that I saw that pissed me the fuck off is Democrats, well, centrist Democrats at least, they are preparing their own version of Project 2025, Project 2029. It involves Cory Booker and whatnot. One of the provisions is getting rid of
playbook. We need our own fascist playbook. We got it. We will win.
And ironically, it mirrors Project 2025 in one regard, at least. They want to undo Section 230, which would be a fucking catastrophe. Now, for those who don't know, Section 230 is essentially the provision from the 1996 Communications Act that made the internet what it is, right? And people will frame it as, oh, this is liability for social media companies. All this does is it says that, excuse me, if you are going to post something on a platform and it's like, say you like defame somebody, right? You alone are responsible, and the platform you use to commit that act of defamation, they can't be sued for what you did. That is good, because if the company itself was liable, then how would they react to that? They would not allow us to say the shit that we say. They would allow only the most corporate, sanitized voices. So if you get rid of that, that is going to be a huge problem. Now, one thing that I'm noticing with the Project 2029 Section 230 thing is that people are giving Democrats a pass because it's not a full repeal, to my understanding, of Section 230. They're saying, no, we're only making it so that way social media websites can be fined or held liable if somebody posts AI-generated content. But here's why that's also bad. You're opening the legal precedent to having these companies get sued for something somebody else posts. The solution to that is to ban AI-generated content, period. We don't need it. It does nothing for us. It adds nothing to society. It takes up too much resources. Anytime you give these congressional, not just Democrats, like any politician an inch, they're going to take them out. Look at the Patriot Act. So if you think that it's just going to end with AI-generated content, no, absolutely not. Because after, some social media giant is fined for that, they're going to be fined for something else. That's always the way that this works. It's going to be slipped through in some fucking amendment. So it's so frustrating because they're always looking for some way to have more censorship tools. We've been dealing with this since SOPA. Does anybody remember SOPA? That bill was killed. It came back. It was dead. Then it was resurrected as something else. And now we're dealing with COSA and the Kids Act. It is non-stop. They want to be able to control every single thing that we do. And if they can't, as is the case with TikTok, they're just going to ban the whole fucking platform. They're okay with us having access to social media, but the condition is that they have to be able to monitor every single thing that we do. Zero freedom whatsoever. And we should all be libertarians on this, because you cannot allow anybody to control what we say and do online, because it's not just like the shit posting and the doom scrolling that we do online. People use this to organize. People use this to, again, like I mentioned earlier, gain access to communities that they wouldn't otherwise have access to, talk to queer people about coming out and whatnot. The internet was a huge resource for me when I was young. So I just feel like you have to fight this at every step of the way, but it's exhausting because you might think you have a victory. Oh yeah, COSA's defeated. Well, it's fucking back again. And what's annoying is that this is a bipartisan issue. Richard Blumenthal, who's the Democratic co-sponsor, or sponsor, and Marshall Blackburn, who's the Republican, they're both fighting for COSA, and they're mad that the Kids Act doesn't go as far as COSA, even though it does contain some provisions of COSA within the Kids Act. And they're right, it doesn't go as far, but the problem is that they're not listening to any of the arguments. Even if you hear what Marsha Blackburn says and how she tries to sell these bills, she's like, oh yeah, we have to go after the trans menace. Kids shouldn't be seeing that. So they're saying we're going to censor queer content. We're just going to be police on the internet. We're going to let Republican attorneys general control what we see. And Democrats are like, bet, because we can also control Israel content. We can limit what we don't want our people to see. It's exhausting. I have a video about this, but also a really great resource is Electronic Frontier Foundation. They put out a lot of really good articles about this. Taylor Lorenz also has some great videos about this. Really great resource here. So it's exhausting, but it's not going to stop. So we just have to expect to try to fight this forever.
Can you guys hear the chanting in the background for me? The whole city is chanting right now. I'm assuming a game just got out. I'm in one of the FIFA host cities.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Portugal, Croatia. They were in Toronto.
Oh, that's who it is. I can.
That's
I can give
cool.
them chances. Yeah.
That's
I have a
crazy. I was just
clip.
watching the game, and now I'm on here, literally as if I've been transported to your abode in Toronto.
Vancouver.
You're in Vancouver?
Yeah, the opposite of Toronto. Far away.
Oh, I thought you were in Toronto. Who's in Vancouver?
So I'm in Vancouver. David's in Toronto.
Oh, I got you and David confused. Yeah. I'm sorry. Got it. Yeah. So you know what? You're probably hearing the people going to the 10 o'clock game. I'm assuming that's in Vancouver. Are you just saying you're by a bar or something? Is that what you mean?
No. I'm in the like the center of downtown Vancouver. You can clear as day hear a lot of chanting right now.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Or annoying, I guess. It depends. It'd be cool at first, maybe.
I think a bunch of I hate FIFA as an org. I think they're evil as fuck. But I mean, a bunch of people from countries getting together and partying, having fun together, dancing and
being happy. Yeah.
The 10 o'clock game is in Vancouver, Switzerland, Algeria.
So that's either Swiss or Algerian chants in the streets.
Probably Algeria. They've been very rowdy, from what I've heard.
Oh, really? All right, hold on. I'll go check.
And I mean that in a good way. Rowdiness is good for a World Cup. I don't want anyone taking it the wrong way, as if I'm shitting on Algerians.
It had a little bit negative connotation, so I'm glad you clarified. Matt, I have this clip to play for you of our wonderful president. He talks about having a three-way with his sons.
Oh, did you play this while I wasn't here?
No, I haven't played it yet at all. I'll play it again.
We should wait for the Lance then.
It's super short.
Okay, all right.
Now, as I see my two beautiful sons sitting there, I think I'm going to give one to myself, one to them, and we'll have a threesome, okay? I'll pick out one of the two. I'll give them the Congressional Medal of Honor for something, for their genius at hunting. And I'll get one for taking on Russia, or something. And we'll have a third pair. No, I'm only kidding. But I have seriously thought about, now this is dangerous to say because the fake news is up there all over the place. And when I joke, I learned early on, don't be sarcastic in politics. But I actually said a few times that I've seriously thought of giving myself the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, everyone knows I'm doing it with a chuckle, but then they report, he wants to give himself the Congressional.
Bro,
so I don't say that anymore. It's very dangerous to say.
I sincerely want him to give himself the Congressional Medal of Honor. It would be so fucking hilarious if he actually did the Obama meme. Like, has anyone seen that of Obama placing the medal on himself?
Yeah.
That would be so funny if he actually did this, because what would the ceremony look like? Like him just putting the Medal of Honor on his neck? That would be objectively funny. So I actually hope that he does do it. And you know he wants to. He's like, oh, I'm just joking. You're not joking. Give yourself the fucking Medal of Honor. Do it. It'd be funny. I'll rewind it for Lance.
What is this?
Trump talking about how he wants to have a threesome with his two boys. It's him talking about wanting to give them the.
Oh, you did see it?
What the fuck? He's just for months been melting down and saying things like that man is attractive to me or like weird shit like that. Like I think part of it is just to distract people and get news clips that aren't about him being a pedophile, to be honest. Like, yeah. It's the one more headline where they're not saying Trump's a fucking Epstein rapist. It's like, oh, Trump said he wants to have a threesome with his boys. That's different.
He might be experiencing an end of life crisis where, some old people, they kind of just snap and they start fucking a bunch of people and they start, going crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening here. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
Nice to see you. How are you?
Good. How are you? I was late because I was watching the match. It was supposed to be over, but
Matt was too.
I was watching it too. Yeah.
Okay.
I was late as well.
Yeah.
It was a great game. Croatia, Portugal.
It was so good. It started off. I was like, Portugal's not going to take any shots. Is that what we're doing? And then when Croatia did it, and then, I wasn't for any of those teams, but then I was low-key like, I need them to equalize so we can stretch this out, make this a real game. It got good. I was like, dang.
Oh, I wanted Croatia to win very bad.
Yeah.
I like Modric. It's his last World Cup. I hate Ronaldo. It's probably his last World Cup.
It's his last World Cup too, and I was just like, "Ooh, this is gonna be spicy." Let's just. I was like, "Oh, I gotta watch every moment of this," and then it just, it sucked at the end when they didn't equalize. That sucked. I was like, "Dang, the offside," and broke Croatia's heart and broke mine a little bit because then I was like, both of them can't win, But it was good. That was a good game. I liked it.
Did you, Matt? Did you get your son the Mercy or Messi Lego sets?
No, I did. Yeah,
yeah.
We've been doing the Panini. They've been doing the Panini stickers, the World Cup Panini stickers. You know those, the sticker book.
Oh, okay.
They're a big thing. You get you buy the pack of stickers, and you place the guys you get on their team page in the sticker book.
Okay.
Cool.
That's cool.
It's been it's been a whirlwind. It's been heartbreak for a lot of us who had their teams kicked out, like Haiti. But
Haiti got kicked out.
We've had such a time last week because they were here in town. They came out after the game to different areas, got to meet some of them, and we seen them off with dignity and respect. But this week, I was like, now Ivory Coast left. Senegal and the DR, Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, they left. And those were really hard games because now we're down to I want to say 2 African countries. Well, 4. But yeah.
Ghana, Egypt.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about Ghana is left, Morocco.
South Africa.
Morocco is the one that's actually on to the next.
Yes.
Did they already? Yeah.
But Ghana's left to play to see, and we'll see. But it's been a heartbreak. I mean, because all the teams that lost this week they started out so good, and then miraculously each won. 86th minute, everybody lost momentum in some way, shape, or form. Some calls were made that we all felt were unnecessary, but that's just what it is every 4 years, So, but this year we got a chance to see the representation expand, and that was the best part of it because everybody had. Sorry, y'all. I'm watching my brother's dog, and y'all know I'm not a dog person, and the dog won't leave me alone.
What kind of a dog is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's so cute.
She's it's a great story. You guys love to hear it. She's a stray that he found, a puppy. A puppy, and was found in his back area on his patio during a bad storm. And he saw her on the camera just rolling around. And when he got home, he was like, y'all, there's this dog that's just shaking and it's storming. So I was working at the time and I just got on Amazon. I was like, hey, I'm going to send over a bed and some food. And I'm not a dog person, but I felt bad because it was just shaking and it just was, it sucked. And so he took her in, but that same day he brought her to a shelter because he's like, I can't do this. I can't do all of this. And then a week passed by. He's like, I'm going to see, because the way that she cried when I left, I felt so bad. And she was attached in that first 24 hours, like in that moment. And so I came in there and she was like barking at me like, girl, get away from my man. It was so weird. And then, but a week passed by after he dropped her off at a shelter. Excuse me, not in my kitchen. And so she, I called, no, first he was like, I called in to see if they picked her up, but I don't really want her. So out of the kitchen now. I apologize. I'm not a dog parent. It's getting crazy. So
I know what it's like to be all suspicious. Like, oh my God, where are they? What are they doing right now? Are you eating something, messing something up? Like that feeling.
Yeah,
it's insane. So I don't know what she's doing, but she's in there and she know not to.
Is she tiny? Can you pick her up and show us?
Yeah, I mean, let me get her. I'll be right back.
I would love to see her.
It's crazy. I'll be right back.
I'm imagining a Chihuahua because she said it's shaking. And you know how Chihuahuas
are so smaller dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chico shakes sometimes when he's nervous. I don't know if that comes from. I know, and he's a medium-sized dog. I don't know if that comes from that is such a mix. Maybe just some Chihuahua in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some dogs just have anxiety. Some big dogs have anxiety.
Oh yeah. It's true.
My dog's
He
pretty
just peed
big.
on the ground. Okay. Yeah, she just peed on the ground.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have to clean that up.
she's so precious.
She
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's pretty adorable.
Oh, I love her.
But
Dog looks like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
yes, she does actually. She does.
Well,
She's like
so
a
cute.
Chihuahua and Terrier mix. Don't look at me. But so my brother, we called the shelter, and he was like, they said she's still there. So I mean, I don't know. So I was like,
Aw.
okay, if you have time, I'll check in. He's like, no, you just call and maybe you see like trying to act. So I called in and they were like, yeah, if he can come and get her, because she doesn't want to go nowhere. She doesn't want to be with anybody. And they put in the notes that he can be the only one to get her, because when he brought her there, she was trying to bite the people.
Oh,
And like, yeah. And then
she just has like a special connection to your brother.
yes. So
Aw.
when he picked her up, he had recorded it. And they were dragging her out and she was just looking so sad. Like, I just hate my life. I don't want to be here. I think some people dropped her off in my brother's neighborhood. And that was that. But when he got her, she just ran up to him and went ballistic, crazy. And then that became his dog. And he named her, because we're Haitian, he named her Plantain, because her skin color and her eyes are the same color as the plantain. So she responds to that. And then she got sick, but we didn't know what was wrong with her on that first day. So he was like, I'm not taking her to no vet. That's not what I do, whatever. He took her to the vet. And then they were like, she still has her baby teeth. So she's still like a puppy and she can't go to the dog parks. And, she has a cold from where she was just at. And then, and then they gave him some medicine. But when he went to the vet, he was like, I'm here, Jonas Azor. They're like, oh, we don't have anything under that name. And they're like, let's get your phone number. They got his number. And they were like, oh, Plantain Azor.
Mm-hmm.
I said, not they put the dog name with your last name. What is going on? So, but that's the story.
Oh,
he's out of town right now.
That's the dog that'll make
her.
him a dog person. There's always a dog that turns somebody into a dog person.
Yeah, but I'm not. She's I have to do the walks, pick up the poop.
You're just the auntie. It's okay.
It's crazy. And yeah, she's looking at me crazy because she knows she's wrong for what she just did, but I'm on camera. So we're gonna
I'm in trouble. She's so precious though.
Yeah, she's cute. She's cute. She's cute. She has the pink harness, floral. I bought her some little dresses.
Oh.
But she's really, even though what she just did is disrespectful, she's really like good. I can leave the home. She doesn't bite or chew on anything.
Oh wow.
She knows like if I say go, if I say bed. That's why I'm like, I don't know where she came from, but she's really, if I compare her to other dogs that I've been around, dog parents like that have to constantly like get on the dog, she listens. So
oh wow, that's really good, especially because she's a puppy.
Yeah.
Does she know how to ask like how to go potty and stuff already?
Yeah,
too?
she does. Like that's what she was trying to do to me now. Because I like at night I would walk her around this time, like just for her last walk. So that's what she was trying to tell me. But so I have little pee-pee pads here. She went on them once, but I think this is the second time that she's done what she just did now. She doesn't go in the home. She goes outside and all the things. So yeah.
We put
she smells like a dog.
Oh, does she?
And I have the things to wash her, but I'm like, I don't want her going crazy in here. So
yeah, she might be scared. We put like little bells on our door, so that way if the dogs need to go potty, we don't like let them out. They can bring it.
Okay.
And sometimes if my dog has to like really go, he'll start slamming the bell like I need to go now.
Okay. Well, I'll tell my brother that because he's stern with her, but she loves him. Like he can do no wrong at all. Like and then somebody told me about doggy, something like a dog divinity, dog something where the dog chooses you. And I looked it up, and they were like, "That's how you know, or that's your dog. Like it you don't go and find it; it chooses you." So, yeah,
that's how my dog chose me too. Yeah, so it just happens, and then I was a dog person ever since.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful thing. I'm happy for your brother.
Me too, but I need him to come on home so he can get this dog because this is insane.
That's understandable. Let's see. I did have some other stuff here. I guess we could go to the Mitch McConnell stuff because there's some really unfortunate news coming out of DC regarding Mitch McConnell. Yeah, hang on. Give me 1 second. I'm updating the timestamps for people who watch on the VOD. So that way you can fast forward or see. So Charles Booker, I'm going to read his statement about Mitch McConnell because he kind of gives us a little bit of a summary. He is the Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate in Kentucky, but let me make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, okay. Where does he go? News reports told us that Mitch McConnell was hospitalized well over 2 weeks ago. At the time, we were told he was receiving excellent care and that within a day he was fully engaged with Senate business. We are now learning that the emergency responders who were called into his home the same morning responded to cardiac arrest and that CPR was administered. Those two accounts are hard to square. Kentuckians and Americans deserve to know what reflects reality. So I'm not really sure what's happening. There's also this article from Ken Klippenstein who asks the question just straight up, is he dead? Because, if he, as an 84-year-old, Ken Klippenstein doesn't give a shit.
No, I know. It's the beauty of independent media.
Right. If you're an 84-year-old and you're found unconscious and, you're in cardiac arrest, that's bleak. That's going to be a long road ahead, or a short road. But, his status and whereabouts have become as big of a state secret as anything in the CIA's vaults. 2 weeks ago, on the morning of June 14th, he was found unconscious at his D.C. home and rushed to the hospital after an EMS call reporting a cardiac arrest at his address and that he'd been given CPR. So, this is really serious. We only learned of the incident this week after the emergency dispatch audio was published by Desiree Townsend, an independent journalist. Previously, all McConnell's office had said was that he was in the hospital and receiving excellent care. So has he gone to the big turtle terrarium in the sky? Your guess is as good as mine. In other words, the senior senator responsible for representing a state of over 4 million people went MIA, and you're not allowed to know why or, well, anything. And it's not the only case this month or even this week of secrecy surrounding the whereabouts of those in Congress. There's 83-year-old Representative Frederica Wilson of Florida, who disappeared on April 17th and went radio silent for nearly a month without any public explanations. When she finally emerged on May 13th, her office released a statement, and local TV interviews attributed her 40-plus missed votes to major left eye surgery and doctor's orders not to fly. True? Who knows? And then there's Representative Tom Keene of New Jersey, who emerged on Tuesday from a nearly 4-month disappearance, missing 140 votes that he never explained until his return. He now says he was suffering from clinical depression. Now, what's funny about this guy in particular is that people looked at his voting record, and this guy who was gone for 4 months, he actually voted twice against paid sick leave for Americans. So just, the irony there is...
Wait, so the 2 times that he actually voted was against paid sick leave?
This was a couple of years prior, to be fair. I'm not sure when the votes took place, but he has made it very clear based on his record that he does not support sick leave for Americans, even though he was gone for 4 months due to clinical depression. And just think about if you're a worker at Walmart, or if you just work a factory job. Do you think they would let you take 4 months for anything? Especially a mental health issue?
No job would... my mom got fired days after she got diagnosed with cancer. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No job would... People get fired over cancer. You think jobs are going to be like, you know what? You're depressed? Yeah. Let me give you just 4 days of paid sick leave. Said no company ever. The fuck?
Yeah. My father-in-law is having to take time off on the DL for cancer treatment because his job had run out of days that he can sick leave days. It's just so these politicians they don't care about us, obviously, but with regard to Mitch McConnell, it's weird to see these reports, to learn after the fact that he was found unconscious and given CPR, because there is a possibility that he could already be dead. Like that's the, not to be, a brass, but go ahead.
From my very limited knowledge, based on my ex who used to work at the ICU like 12 hours a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
If an 80-something-year-old man falls, is alone, and has fallen for we don't know how long, right? So you're already cooked. Then people run up to you and they start giving you CPR, right? CPR helps get things going, but that doesn't mean oxygen is entering your brain. There's still a period of time that oxygen has not been entering your brain. Now we don't know how long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in the ICU, which is critical. You don't go to the ICU unless you're one leg away from death, right?
Yeah.
My question is, how brain dead is he? And how many ventilators do they have on him? Because if an 80-something-year-old man falls, there was a amount of time that he was there that he wasn't getting oxygen to his brain. Any normal person, even a young person, would go brain dead.
Mm-hmm.
So the question isn't, is he alive or not? It's really, how brain dead is he? Because they can keep him alive on a ventilator for years. That you know what I mean?
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like my question, I don't, first of all, I don't think he's coming back at all. I don't think it, even if he does come back, like when you don't get a certain amount of oxygen to your brain, even for as long as a minute, you have serious issues. Like, it's a lot harder to speak, and like, I don't know, it manifests differently for other people, for different people, right? But it's like, even if he does come back full consciousness, like, what version is it gonna be?
Right.
Because the already alive one wasn't fully there, so it's like, what?
What if he gets reverse Fetterman's and reverse Fetterman and becomes a liberal?
We have to seize the means of production.
I just want to say free Palestine. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Ariana. That's interesting. So, like, they could just be keeping him on a ventilator so that way Andy Bashar can't appoint a temporary replacement. That's my so diabolical.
Guess. That's my best guess. That's what I think. Because he was.
Lance, you're muted.
He had fallen, and then people ran up to him and gave him CPR. That means that means oxygen is not getting to his brain.
Wow.
This sounds like a movie plot. Is that real? They're keeping him alive for the votes. Can he still vote? Can he do things? Or like, do they like weaken up burning his hand to like push?
He can't. He can't vote, but they can stop a liberal appointed by Bashir from voting, right? So long as they just keep him alive. Holy shit!
I honestly think this is a very plausible thing that could be happening. Now, there's other things too, like for example, which I think everybody in the chat and everyone on this stream should do, right? You should have a conversation with your doctor. Do not resuscitate, like end of life plans, like, if you were to be in like, do you want to be resuscitated? Do you not? What does that look like for you? Blah, blah. Like, it could very much be a situation where his wife is like next of kin and his wife is like, I don't want him to go and leave me, so I'm not going to pull the plug. And like, I don't know what the details of his shit is, but what I am willing to bet money on is that motherfucker is brain dead and he's not coming back off of those ventilators. I just don't know like how long they're going to keep him in that state.
I'm glad you brought it up, but I gotta believe that Mitch McConnell of all people has a specific do resuscitate if my being alive blocks Democrats from.
First of its kind.
It seems like he explicitly would have a do resuscitate because I'm a U.S. senator, and it would be strategic for me to be alive. That's who he is.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious though, that he's like, you honestly got to give him a little bit of credit for being that much of a piece of shit hater. Like, the willpower of this fucking man is truly hard to even fathom. So I guess we're just left to speculate. That's really crazy. I will say that, as much as I disagree with him politically, best of wishes to his beautiful wife Connie and his family. I love that he has his family by his side, hopefully, and I hope that everything goes well for him.
I wonder if people are betting on this on Kalshi.
No.
I'm so curious. I need to see this for myself. Guys, should we bet on Mitch McConnell's?
They're already doing it on
I'll give you
Threads and
100
stuff.
on he's already dead.
Some people are like, you know,
yeah, I think he's
until
brain
we
dead,
get the obituary. You see, I don't be a part of that, but some people are online saying until we get that obituary, you know, I don't want to hear nothing else. We don't want to hear about him being in the hospital. We don't want to hear about none of that. We just want to hear, you know, that he's gone with wherever he's going. So
will Mitch McConnell resign his office before the midterms?
Yeah,
I think
the
they
only one.
can't. I think they can't do the death one because then
Bayphoto says. So Andy Bashir cannot appoint a replacement for Mitch McConnell because Kentucky law doesn't allow it anymore. I did not know this. Okay, so my theory might be bunk.
My assumption is the prediction markets have recently put forth like a new internal rule where you can't bet on people's death because you can actively get involved in that one to make your bet a winning one. You know what I mean?
A nurse could like go cut the cord or some shit.
Yeah, they don't want people doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're grimy enough of a industry as it is. I'm not saying they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They simply are making the calculation that we don't need this shit on us, because then there'll definitely be a crackdown if people are assassinating politicians based on bets on our website.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a big deal. Now, don't give nobody any ideas. Like, no nurses going in. I know where he at. You know, no. So
it would be very tempting for these nurses.
But he got to go. Now, I'm not saying go with the Lord. I don't know where he's going. But
we don't want him to die. Of course, we love all people. We love Mitch McConnell.
He just needs to go on and make room for somebody to be able to make a difference. So,
yeah. I hope that it's Charles Booker who gets to take.
And it's so funny. My best friend actually lives in Kentucky, and she runs into Charles Booker very often. I ran into Charles Booker with her when I was out there before, you know, he was running for this. This is like years ago, but she just ran into him recently as well. And he's just, I think he was a senator there first, and then now he's running for this position, and he has risen from being like somebody that people know, oh, he's like a senator or whatever, and he's done a lot to really get people to be on board. And at first they were like, who is this guy? Like, he's not gonna, a lot of them were like, there's no chance. But everybody was like, no, who is the other option? Oh, okay, let's go ahead and go with this. So yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how that's gonna go. But I love how in such a short amount of time he was able to get a lot of backing and support, and see how that is actually changing, you know, where my best friend lives, and she's telling me, she's like, girl, I ain't voting for nobody but Corey. That's it. Like, and people coming up to me telling me to vote, and I'm voting for Corey. Like, we want something that actually can be sustainable and make sense, you know. So.
Yeah. But just to put a cap on this segment, again, I really want to wish Mitch McConnell and his family well. Hope you pull through, big guy. We love ya. And I put together a little an homage to Mitch McConnell, just, you know, out of respect for him. So I'm going to press play now.
Former President Obama left so many vacancies and didn't try to fill those positions.
I'll tell you why. I was in charge of the of what we did the last 2 years of the Obama administration.
I will give you full credit for that. And by the way, take a bow. All right, that was a good line.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Why? And then you spelled his name. Is that how you spell the man's name? But you didn't.
Nah, I got bored at the end, so I'm like,
oh wow, your cinema.
yeah. Yeah, so everybody feel free to use that. You can download the video, repurpose it if you would like. When we do get the news, it's yours. You can share that. I don't need credit for that. Please don't give me credit for that.
You made that?
I did, yeah. Are you impressed?
Oh, very nice. Yeah, it was nice. Very good.
Thank you. I worked very hard on it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's very millennial coded, but alas, we enjoyed it.
Girl,
I was going for Windows 95.
There will never be any millennial hate here. Look, we were all like, "That's good work. That is good work." I know you guys are used to the 2 seconds. That's good work.
I need to talk about this to someone because it's been all over my timeline. So there's these Gen Z creators that are taking Love Island clips and they're morphing it with Saddam Hussein clips.
What? I need to see this.
And it's all over TikTok, and I have no one to talk to about it.
I need to watch this.
Love Island, so I don't even know. Like,
I've seen one season.
No, I don't watch it either. It's just for some reason the TikTok algorithm keeps.
You know the premise, though, right? Like, just people hook up on an island.
That's the clips, and that's where you can, that's where I feel real old, and I'm like, excuse me. Are we? Is there protection? Are we wrapping it? We kissing everybody? Like, is there not? Like, that's how I'm feeling. It gets crazy.
They all kiss each other at the same time too. Like,
and it's so crazy.
Like, it's like AI.
No. Oh, you talking about her? No, the show or
the show's real. Yeah, real.
No, I mean like
real people. Yeah. In their little young 20s, just making out with each other in the same 60 seconds. Sucking toes, grinding on each other's body parts. The cameras is invading privacy. I mean, not to say that we didn't have that, in like the real world.
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
Like everybody's saying Jersey Shore, and I'm like, yeah, right. But these people, it's like I don't know how many of them, and there's just like rotation of them every single time hooking up, and in the same, like you can watch it for. This is the clips that I'm seeing online. I had to put, please do not show me anything like this again. I don't want to see it.
Also, someone in the chat said, I know Ariana watches trash TV show. Of course I do. 90 Day Fiancé is my shit. Ask me anything about 90 Day Fiancé, I will be able to tell you.
But 90 Day Fiancé isn't too trash to me. That's a good show.
I've watched a couple. I got addicted to that during the pandemic.
Me too. I watched it forever. I had to remove myself because I watched it.
Trash.
Actually, you know what? After we watch this diabolical clip, I have a societal take that I think you guys will like about 90 Day Fiancé, but let's watch.
Okay.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
I have no look.
We don't know. Like, what the fuck is it? Like, no one gets it.
This is the one that I found.
So it's so random. It's just random.
It's so random, and there's like hundreds of TikToks of it. I don't get it, and they all go viral.
I mean, Know Your Meme could probably explain it to a boomer like me.
Yeah, it is much more Zoomer coded for sure. But it's still funny. I like it. I like my humor is like very weird like that, like weird shit that doesn't like go together. I love it. It makes me. My dad looks like Saddam. So it makes me sad whenever I see Saddam.
Oh Lord.
that was crazy.
That was like
I've talked about this before. When my sister and I were watching them on the news, like live, they showed the video of Saddam when they captured him. Me and my sister were like, "Oh my god, that looks just like Dad," and my dad was so mad. But it legit.
So now I'm staring at you like, you know what? It's
a little bit, right?
Have you guys seen young Saddam? Like young Saddam?
Fine.
Mm-hmm. Let me look.
You guys should.
No, I don't have
any comment on it.
Stalin.
Yeah,
he looks like my dad when my dad was young, like mustache and all. Let me share this. Hang on.
Listen, did I expect him to look like that? No.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he looks like
No, click on
I mean,
the
if
right,
you really
the
put
far
it
right, the
side
right,
by
far
side
right,
with
the far
This
right.
one?
right
Yes, that
now,
one.
you know, there's some. It's kind of. It's given. Is that the daddy? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Daddy Saddam.
I could see it.
Oh man, we are giving our political
the
enemies all the
whole-
time they need right now. Clip away.
But even the finest people are evil. You know.
Should I search? Hang on. Removing from share. Searching young Osama. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh Lord. Now. No.
Oh, young Osama was ugly as fuck.
Oh.
Oh, we almost got canceled there. Good thing we're not thirsting over young Osama bin Laden. Another podcast saved.
Anyways, my hot take on 90 Day Fiancé is I've watched it since the first season when it came out, like over 10 years ago. These people, when they would come to America, it was like, oh my God, this is my dream. They would do honestly really anything to stay. And there were some very obvious cases of this person is not in love and they're doing it for like I love it. I love that for you. Like scam away, my guy, but it's very obvious what the plot is, right? But recently, like the last couple of seasons, the people that come here are very much like my life and back home is way better. I'm gonna go back. And it's like,
what?
I think, especially this season, there are multiple people who are like, this girl's like, my life in Brazil is way better than this. Why would I stay here? And then there's this other woman who's like, I just rather go to the Philippines and deal with this. And it's like so interesting because that mindset of like the trajectory of how this viewpoint of America has shifted is just so interesting for someone like me who's been an avid watcher. So yeah, it's just been like fascinating.
That is fascinating.
And I think, you know, because this dream, and even for like I have my nephews and stuff that have made it here, my cousins and stuff, and they're like, ooh, I just need to go on back. I like this ain't, you guys have to like, I have no breaks. This is not the life. Like I can't even, they don't even want to date out here. But I do see what you're saying, Ariana. Like it's like when in the beginning, mind you, I'm Haitian, so I know a lot of people that used to scam some people to get here. Okay. They get their money and once they get here, move on. It's terrible. But now it's like, oh, like I don't even want to be here. Like I thought the American dream, and once they come here, that whole dream that they thought it was better, it's a difference. It's like I don't have no life. It's like this doesn't feel like home, especially with everything that's going on. I know it's more pressure. Like it's like I'd rather go home. And a lot of people go home and then have this different love for their country, their home country. Like, yeah, I'd rather just be back here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. So that shift in language and how people are just like, ew, what the fuck is this? Like, get me out has been very interesting. Because the first seasons, those motherfuckers would go in the middle of Alabama and act like they're so happy to be there. And you could just tell. And then the minute they got their passport, they're like, I'm out. And then they would get a divorce. Like they're
waiting for the paperwork.
Couples like that. But now it's very much like, you're going to give me everything I'm asking you to give me, or I'm going back to my country because it's better there. And I'm like, damn.
And that one lady who was on for like seasons and they caught up and then they did a special with her and the African man. That man had other girlfriends.
Oh, Angela. Yeah, I know who you're
Oh, is that the guy from Nigeria? He made her a song.
Yes.
I still have that song.
That's a different Nigerian. There's two Nigerians.
Oh, okay.
There's this popular Nigerian who went, and we know the couple. That a lot of people started watching 90 Days Fiancé for this particular couple. And we're like, lady, like give it up. And
wait, the older white woman from Georgia?
Is that Lisa? Is that
the older white woman and the guy? Sorry,
was
give me a
Michael,
second. The dog
was
is doing
Michael
things.
And Angela or Lisa and Soulja Boy?
Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember his name. Soulja Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, his name is it's Soulja Boy because like copyright.
Soulja Boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, copyright. So, like he is the Soulja Boy of Nigeria.
Okay. And he made her a song and everything.
Yeah, he did.
It was actually really sweet and thoughtful. It wasn't very good, but it was still thoughtful and it was catchy.
You guys, they do anything. They're here now. anything for some papers, okay? And once they get papers, it's like they probably have families back home, children back home. Usually that's the story, and it's to get papers. That is the only thing. Let me get my papers. Let me get my citizenship, my passport. Let me marry you for whatever. And now this administration has made it a little harder, so they have to go a different route. So people, yeah. And a lot of these, and it's so sad, at the beginning of 90 Day Fiancé way back then, it just really was like desperate people who are looking for some partnership or looking to feel. And it's like, you know, that man don't want you. Yeah, or you know that woman don't want you.
I mean, it's also just like sex tourism on display, in my opinion. Like, it's the Americans going to other countries, and it's like so hypersexualized. Like, the white man that goes to the Philippines, like there's like tropes, you know what I mean? That I think it's a very interesting show because yes, it's entertaining, but I also find it very interesting for societal reasons. Like I watch it for many of reasons, but yeah, also stop fucking consuming AI slop. It was 105 degrees in New York City today. Stop using AI. I died.
It was 100 degrees out here today. I was I went for a run with the dog. I came back, like I got so many different tan lines from over the past few weekends. I got like straps, no straps. It's just too many. Like it's crazy. And I put on SPF 50, like, you know, the whole thing. But I don't mind getting the tan, but it's just like I was out there for just a moment. And like I'm not by the beach. I'm literally just stepping outside, you know, walking the dog. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, Matt, was it bad for you too?
What?
The weather.
Yeah, I hear that Kami Mamdani is making it so you guys have to keep the temp at 78.
It is hot. It is hot here. I mean, I'm in the same city as Ariana, so it's hot.
but it's always hot to me. You know, it's hot everywhere. But when I was in New York, it was a special type of heat. I'm like, what kind of heat is this? And I'm from Florida. It's hot all year round. But I was like, what kind of heat is this in New York? Like, this place is crazy.
It's humid. It's very humid.
Yeah,
it's worse because you have to suffer because of communism now, right?
Yeah.
Where
a little touch of that makes it worse.
If you change the temperature to anything but 78. Kami Mamdani will knock on your door and he's going to take everything that you own. That's what the Republicans are saying. So you have to be careful.
Not Kami Mamdani.
David Doel did a video on this. It was really good today. Where Nikki Haley was like, everybody's retweeting his tweet about, hey, let's try to, you know, the power grid is going to work extra hard. Let's keep the temps at 78. And Nikki Haley's like, this is communism, New York. And like everybody was replying with a tweet from her where she's like, hey, everybody, let's keep the temp at 78. Like the same fucking thing. Like it's just a very standard recommendation.
It got community noted on Zoran's tweet just so it would look embarrassing for Nikki Haley when she was.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Community noted Zoran's tweet, so her quote tweet shows Nikki Haley also said that 78 degrees is the perfect.
Oh my God. Yeah. I got to find this.
Did you guys see that couple that went up is it the Empire State Building to propose and do all the tricks and dips and
pissed off everyone. It's like, how did you manage to piss off every political ideology? Like libs hated them, centrists hated them, lefties hated them.
Everybody was like, what the come on now.
I know.
It's hot outside. We fighting everything, but
everyone's afraid.
Like,
they couldn't pick a better message. Like you're risking your life.
For nothing. That's everyone got pissed off. I was like, you either go hard in one direction or do nothing at all. Don't get up there and like, you know, accomplish all this incredible human like feats and then at the end of it be like Hallmark card, you know? Like,
yeah. It's like, bro, you know what? You should have just fallen off. Fuck you. That's what you're gonna tell us? You're gonna climb up there to show us that milquetoast bullshit? At least say something funny if you don't want to say anything political. Like
it's amazing because it's such an incredible like human accomplishment and everyone hates them. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, that's insane.
Everybody.
Just pull that off. That's unreal. But
I thought I was being a dick. I'm glad you said this, Lance. I did not know people hated this too.
They got arrested.
I was like, overall.
Oh, they did get arrested.
I really liked it.
Yeah, they got arrested. And then, I mean, I was just like, that was just why? Why?
I just can't believe two people that love climbing shit in that way found each other and fell in love. Like, that's so
Yeah.
Fuck you. Honestly, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you
At
for
least
living
with the
such a
pro-life
perfect life.
Spider-Man, he's actually doing it for something he really believes in. Nobody believes that message that they
And,
displayed.
and then you got engaged. Like, yeah, why don't you just fucking
And it was
rub
like
your
we're
perfect
going
life
down
in my
together.
face? Why
we're
don't
doing
you?
all
In
of
this
it
economy,
together.
with this president, is it, you know, groceries are expensive, and now you're shoving your fucking perfect love in my face.
And I'm sorry, I don't want to see straight people. Pride has just gotten over. There's still like the after period where straight people have to hide still. Okay.
No, they was
if it was a gay couple, I would have approved of the message.
And then they had a drone for perfect footage that immediately, perfect footage, immediately found its way online. They planned this out together. They sat down, talked about how they were going to do.
I mean, they're both influencers.
Yeah, they're both influencers.
Oh, are they? Where can we send them hate? I mean, where can we follow their content? I'm just kidding.
I actually don't know their names off the top of my head. Netflix did like a show on them or something about how they were like both climbing these egregious buildings, and that's how they met each other and like fell in love. Like,
is one of them pro-life Spider-Man? I didn't even think about this. Is it the same person?
No,
no.
Okay.
No, they're like a Russian couple.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Russians always do things like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. They weren't doing it for a point. They were just like the equivalent of like circus performers. You know what I mean? Like they like doing.
Yeah, they weren't doing it for a message or anything.
They like
got
scaling
engaged
tall
up there.
buildings. That's their.
They like to do that.
That's their whole thing.
But then they
Yeah.
unveiled the message. That's what pissed off everybody. I think they probably wouldn't have pissed off as many people.
A lot
if
of
they-
federal charges. A lot of federal charges.
Wait, how many federal charges?
I don't know, but I know that people were going through them on threads. Like they were like,
Wait, how did they get federal charges? And the
That's what
people
they
that
said. They
Epstein
was hit
files
with-
are still. Wait, what?
Are they out?
Yeah, they're out.
They're out. They're out. I didn't know they had federal charges.
That's what they said.
Have they
online.
apologized for what they did yet?
No.
I don't know.
They
I haven't
should.
followed up on anything. I just saw, I was at work and I saw them swinging around and the footage was clear. I said, not they posted it. Like this was, I don't know if it was live streamed. I don't know, but I know that
Get their own evidence.
it pissed off a lot of people. Like
It was
you said.
definitely corny, but it's done. Nothing happened. Can't get mad at them.
And
Really.
speaking of New York as well, and I
yes,
didn't
we
get
can.
a chance to talk about it because New York is just out there in the news. The garbage can girl, who with the Knicks trash can, who was a
Oh yeah, the one
I
that
want to say an
stole the
exec
trash.
for JP Morgan or Chase, one of them. But she got fired, and that was a very controversial conversation online, and people were trying to figure out, like, was it right, for her to get fired? And other people were saying, like, it's just a trash can. But people were like, well, they were like cheering for her when she got fired, and things like that, saying that she should be fired for dumping the trash. What are your takes on that? Y'all think that she should have got fired?
I don't think I've seen this.
I'm watching the
Go ahead, Mom.
There was basically this, like, there were a couple of like trash cans that were painted in like Knicks colors in New York City. And during the parade, there was this trash can full of trash, and she dumped all of the trash in the middle of the street and just walked off with this trash bin. Which
on the
first of all,
So
went
making
on
a lot
the
of room for people, basically, for who have
with
to
the
clean.
trash bin. It was some white people shit, not gonna lie, because I don't. I just listen. Do I think she should have gotten fired? Like, no. Do I like what she did? Also, no. Like, I'm not a fan of someone that steals a trash can and empties it in the street in the middle of a parade. Like, I feel like that's very obnoxious. But should she have gotten fired for it at her job? Also, no. Like, I don't know. I don't like what she did though. Like, I wasn't a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of what she did. I thought it was tacky. However,
I could be
I'm
persuaded if I saw her social
The
media.
crowd loved it though.
I've walked, but because it's like overnight, everybody became this. I love the planet, save the earth, and I'm like, I've lived in New York, I've seen it, and no offense, love it, mean it, love Brooklyn to the day I die. However, I was just like, but what she did was trifling. It was dirty. You should have never. Like, that was crazy. That was. But then everybody was just like, save the earth, fire her. Like, we must. But ain't none of y'all cleaning nothing up. Ain't none of y'all.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, nothing. I think there's simpler
Feels
ways.
like an online crusade that people
Yes.
want.
I'm like, all of a sudden you guys care about the streets of New York because, again, I know what they look like. But also, I'm like, friend, you didn't have to steal it. You could have spray painted your own trash can.
Yeah.
What the color?
Yeah, I like my general thing is don't be shitty, but I think it's a reasonable take that like what Ariana is saying, like she shouldn't, the punishment might be a bit much for that, but don't be shitty. I think somebody just maybe like calling her a dummy would have been a sufficient punishment.
No, she went viral for days and they found out where she worked and it became a whole thing. And they put out a
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Dude, that couple is facing 8 fucking charges.
Are they really?
They climbed the Empire State Building. I mean, that's
a federal building.
Okay, but some of this is burglary, reckless endangerment, first degree, criminal mischief, including second degree, criminal trespass, possession of a burglar's tool, criminal tampering, disorderly conduct, violation of local law.
I mean, that's what they did.
The Empire State Building isn't a federal building. I don't think.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that it's the Epstein files who went to the island. You're telling me they're getting no charges, but this couple that climbed the Empire State Building is getting multiple felony charges in the first and second degree.
What, like, they're not hurting anybody by climbing
What is
that.
the conversation here?
Well, the thing is that they could have.
I totally agree with your conversation in relation to the Texas charges. I think that's insane. And that's trying to send a message. And that's really scary, where it's like, if you print a magazine, you're one of the 4 terrorism charged people. Like, that shit is so fucked up.
But I'm like, ain't nobody watching the building. Like, ain't no security.
Yeah.
Who was there? They had time to scale it, and no one said, "Let's stop this at any point."
I mean, how would you have stopped it though? These guys, the two of them seem like they do this professionally. Like they're really good at it. Like they probably literally showed up to the side of the building and started climbing. They didn't have any equipment.
What did she have, like a cat suit on, like a little cat?
Yeah, what happens if New York ever gets a real Spider-Man? He's going to get charges every time he jumps on top of a building. That's ridiculous. You can't save anybody.
I mean, listen, I get why they are being charged with this stuff, because
I do too.
They could have hurt somebody. Like
I don't.
They could have fallen off, and
that's what I was thinking. Both
aside from their own deaths.
If they fell off, then that would have been their problem.
It would have landed on someone.
Yeah, but if they hit someone else, it's everyone's problem.
The tools that they used, or
can you imagine, like, if they fell on you and you're walking and that's how you died? That would be the most craziest fucking way to go.
That's
like, yeah, man. My fucking my cousin died because somebody fell onto him from the Empire State Building. Like, what?
Hallmark.
That's crazy. That's a way to fucking go, honestly.
I mean, it sucks that if your life ended because someone jumped off the building and fell on you. I mean, that's not really what a way to go.
It's just like, it's such a comical way. It's like a fucking, like, a parody movie way to, like, like slapstick comedy way to die. I don't know. It's just crazy.
I mean, you ever see Donnie Darko? I mean, that's always been a thing in the back of my mind. You just be chilling in your bedroom and a fucking satellite falls on you.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it wasn't Hurricane Sandy. It was another big hurricane that hit New York in the early 2010s. And there was a story in Queens about some guy in his like 20s who was just, or late teens, who was just in his bedroom. The storm came through and a fucking tree fell on him and crushed through his bedroom and crushed him. Damn. Like, that's fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
Now, if you could charge the tree with crushing someone, you would, I think. So it makes sense that if someone climbs the Empire State Building,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, do I think they should actually go away for all these years? No. Do I think that they need to make people not want to do this by making these two people go through a lot of shit so they don't but even though they don't go to jail or spend very little time in jail? Yeah, I do think people should be deterred from climbing the Empire State Building. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't think they should go to jail, but I think people should be like, man, they really made those people go to court a lot just to like go to jail. And even if they would just go to jail for like a month, I definitely am not going to do any shit like that.
The judge should make them read all the hate comments as punishment, just so they know what everybody thinks of them on all sides of the political aisle.
I don't know.
Like, you guys are brave and pussies at the same time. Like, you're brave for doing that shit, but also the message you chose is just, what the fuck kind of liberal bullshit is this? It's not even like, it's like a fucking
What was
the biggest
message?
platitude
It was
of all
just them
time.
getting engaged.
No, there was a banner that they unveiled.
I didn't even know they got engaged.
Yeah, the message over like, saturated the news.
When the love of power overcomes the power of love overcomes the love of power, then the world will know peace or some bullshit. It's like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? My God.
They didn't see. I didn't deep dive. I read the article. I saw the beautiful footage, right? I'm like, the real, like, I said, oh, y'all just out here rolling around on top of people's stuff and in the cat suit and posting this, and it was crazy. But I did not see a banner, because that's cheesy.
Right?
Was everyone getting mad? Everyone got mad about the banner. Like every political aisle.
We fight everying with love.
I mean, I'll be honest. I saw that shit and I was like, "That's some cornball."
Was that AI that I saw her post their engagement ring, or
no? That was real.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that part. The first time I saw it, I saw them climbing.
That would have been pretty funny though
top.
if they did all of that. They did all that. They fucking climb the Empire State Building. They do the marriage proposal, and then she's like, fucking shit! I forgot to take the ring photo up there. We got to use the AI for this shit now."
I thought you were gonna say it'd be Matt. I thought you were gonna say we got all the way up there. I do the proposal, and then we die. We fall off and die.
Gosh, that's what I was worried about though. But then I figured that they were professionals. From in the video, you can tell they've done this before. The way that she was, like, the choreographed,
people can't randomly accomplish that. None of us can do that.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at the people because I don't remember seeing their faces. I saw the video of them climbing, and I was trying to read the banner, and I'm like, I spent 20 seconds on it. I'm like, okay, I don't even give a shit what the banner says. And then later, somebody posted a picture.
Wait, there was someone in the chat who got mad at me for saying
what
for saying that people should be deterred from climbing the Empire State Building. I mean, I also think that no one in their right fucking mind would climb on top of a moving subway, but apparently fucking teenagers are doing it all the fucking time in New York,
and they're dying.
I've seen videos of them fucking subway surfing is a thing here.
Even when I was living there years ago, it's a thing.
At first, I really thought it was like one of those like satanic panic things. Like parents were like hearing that kids were doing this. Maybe there were a few.
No, there's subway surfing,
but it wasn't an actual trend or like. But no, there are tons of videos you could find online of like kids in New York doing all this crazy like urban exploring shit. And one of the big things they're doing is subway surfing, and there are many videos out there of kids standing on top of moving subways. And one I recently saw where one kid died, they fucking got on top of the subway. They didn't get off in time as the train was going through a tunnel, and they fucking hit the wall and fell to their death. I mean,
Jesus
Christ. I don't think that's comparable to
like that. I'm sorry. People should be deterred from doing shit like that. You might think it sounds crazy that people do this shit, but there are crazy people out there who do this shit, and they should be deterred. I don't think
it's not more than a couple.
When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace.
There's a picture of them
That's
online that I found. Somebody shared the picture on Instagram, and the caption here is perfect. Hey, we saw you from the top of the Empire State Building. We really like your vibe.
She kind of looks like Paris Jackson.
I will say she is way out of his league. She doesn't look like somebody who should be climbing a building. Like, she looks like some fucking, like, I don't know.
They look alike, but
she looks very preppy.
Also, I went down this wormhole talking about like the urban exploring, like people climbing buildings and shit. Earlier this year, I don't know if you heard of that story where this teenager from Long Island fell down. So like there's these like I forgot what they were called, but like, you know, when construction workers have to climb up the bridges to like fix things or work on the bridge, there's these like I guess vertical tunnel things. Like they climb up through the those posts inside the bridge to get to the top of the bridge. And kids are fucking climbing up that shit and going up on top of bridges and fucking like hanging out up there and taking videos of them standing on top of bridges, like the Williamsburg Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge. And some kid and his friends, they went up there, and on the way down, the kid lost his footing and fell straight down the tube to climb the tunnel. And he fell, and I'm assuming many stories worth of space, and he broke his fucking legs. And his friends were afraid that they were going to get in trouble, so they left him there for hours. And then finally, one of those kids who left him there, his sister heard them talking about it and called the police and found the kid in there hours later, like his legs broken and shit. They took him to the hospital, but like people are doing this shit.
How old
should not be doing this
kid that
shit.
did that?
I think he was underage. His name didn't get out. I think he was like 16 or 17.
Damn.
I don't know. I just for me, it's like we're comparing teenagers doing stupid shit to two very professional people who do this for a living. I don't think it's
one wrong move. I mean,
no, I think that they shouldn't be climbing because people are stupid in America.
I just don't know why we're comparing teenagers to like grown adults that are professionals. I think.
Oh no, I'm bringing up why these two need to be, need to have.
No, so I was gonna say.
Have some sort of punishment to deter people like these kids from doing these things.
Yes, and these
you don't think kids are going to see these two climb the Empire State Building and be like, "Fuck, I got to top them"?
Yeah, no, he's right. I think he's right because everybody's copying everything online. Everybody's a copycat. So I do think doing stupid stuff like climbing the Empire State, that's stupid. The whole thing was dumb.
I do want some people to do that,
problematic and dangerous for whoever wants to copy.
Yeah,
if we could
a moderate amount.
Yeah,
I just
like
this
Republicans. Hey, you could do this too. Are you scared?
No,
what makes these two professionals? It's not like you go to a school and get like a degree in climbing buildings.
They've done it so many times.
How do you we're not going to argue if they're not professionals.
They're professional people to do. They've done it a million times. You can tell.
They've done it a million times. They have a whole entire Netflix show. They're literally known for this. They've been doing this for.
How do you even get into something like this? It's crazy.
I don't know.
You do what those kids I'm talking about are doing because that's what you do. There's no professional route here.
This is so unserious to me because it's like we're living in a world where so many people went to the Epstein Island, did God knows what on that fucking island, and they're walking free.
Nobody's disagreeing with that. I think that they should have gotten their federal charges 100%. Nobody's disagreeing with that. However,
this is just not something I'm super passionate about because I'm like, if we're living in a country where people who can go on Epstein's Island and just like live free, then why would I be passionate about two professionals climbing the Empire State Building?
Nobody's passionate about what they did. It was just we just saying it's wrong and it shouldn't be done. And nobody's saying not to be passionate about that. But I'm saying and I'm not even passionate about what they did. They did it, and the world is going to move on from it tomorrow. Same way with everybody else. They're gonna whatever happens to them happens to them. They probably will get another Netflix show from this or whatever, right? But we definitely, I think everybody here agrees that everything that's happening with Epstein Island and all the things that people are getting away with over there and living for free and doing their thing is problematic, right? Things should be done about that. We've talked about that a million times, and I think, that's not what we're saying. This particular conversation, we're just saying for this thing, not comparing the two, but it was stupid and it's problematic, and whatever is happening with them is happening with them. But like I said, they know what was going to be probably coming from this, and they'll probably get a show. They'll probably get more followers. They'll probably get all the things that come with this.
Yeah,
I don't think that they weren't aware of what the repercussions would have been. But I think that it's still we live in a place where people are dumb. And
I just think things like this take away resources, and it's money was spent to fucking go after these people, and more money would have been spent if one of them slipped and fell.
Yeah, I agree with Ariana. It's not serious, but one area where I would probably disagree with you, Ariana, is that I do think it's good that people are getting arrested for touching the algae water in the reflecting pool, because that is not okay.
Right. I don't.
They're going to start a new pandemic.
I agree with that too. I think it is the equivalent to climbing the Empire State Building. the danger that those people put to our great national pool, I think it's horrific. I think more people should be arrested for touching the pool water.
Can you imagine if Trump found like a turd floating in the pool? He'd probably have a heart attack with how much he's been freaking out.
Of Trump, so much is happening that the White House. What's going on? Like, I've been missing things, and what are they doing over there? Like, what did pieces of tiles is falling out? Girls is dancing. Things is falling from the
they're having the giant rehearsal. 250 celebration.
UFC fight.
That's the festival.
Yeah, and nobody's there apparently.
Over there.
I think it takes real talent to clear out the National Mall the way they did. I mean, if you've ever been to DC, like, you don't even need to have an event. There should just be people like wandering by, going for a run. Like, you know, it's a pretty like populated area of people, and it's a nice, wide open public space. People just usually are roaming that area. I think people are really downplaying how talented you have to be to completely put together an event that clears out the area completely. I've never seen so few people right there. I mean, it is truly remarkable that they pulled that off.
This comment, I don't know why this is so funny to me.
You were saying it's a festival, Ariana?
That's just our Commander in Queef's reflection. This is so boomer coded.
I
I
need
love
to
it.
know what's happening over there. Like, I'm
Okay,
still
so it's basically America's 250th birthday. So Trump was like, they were gonna have this festival anyway.
Birthday to
But then
you.
they were gonna have this festival anyways, but Trump was like, I'm gonna make it into this like bipartisan celebration. And then he slapped his name on it. It's like Trump's 250th like fucking festival or some shit. And it's like literally they have this like arc in the middle that's like oozing some sort of liquid. The stage is falling apart. They have this room where you could get baptized in that's been completely empty.
Way.
It's straight up out of the fucking the Boy Show.
The room you can get baptized in also has a flag of Israel up, which I don't even.
No way.
I didn't know that.
You are lying right now.
It's so confusing.
For you,
and there was some dude jerking off in the corner.
No.
Yeah, they have displays for each city or each state, excuse me, but like it's all made out of AI. So they have like AI for Georgia. They have like AI chickens on a poster, to just show like Georgia's farmland, I guess. You know what? I have so many creator friends that have been going and making videos. Let me find them and we can watch them because you guys just have to see this. Like I can't really explain it properly.
One guy who went. No one showed up to the Great American State Fair except the masturbating Uncle Sam.
Wait, did it already start? How long is it? When is it?
Yeah,
is it a 5-day festival, 4-day festival?
It's like a whole week. It's like a whole week.
This is the crowd size.
Is that what it looks like? Come on.
Why is it dead empty? I don't get that. I get like it not being busy, but completely empty is weird. Like, is there no magazines?
And you said there's a baptism room? That is creepy. Like that's a play. Like they playing with religion because I think they have like I seen somebody say that 50 Cent was set to perform. I want to say, and then y'all got people getting baptized in the corner with a flag of Israel.
So bizarre. Oh, speaking of 50 Cent and like 2000s, did any of you see the Pretty Ricky versus B2K thing?
The cringy, but also like, oh, that's my song. But why
I know.
That's my song. Like it was cringe, but they also took me back. I was like, come on, Blue Star. Yeah. It was.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, but yeah, it was so mortifyingly cringeworthy.
It was mortifying, but I was like, I told my best friend, girl, I can't watch. She was telling me she can't watch it alone, and I was like, I can't get through it. So when I was like, yo, those are my songs though. Pretty Ricky, in my opinion, won, even though, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know that
I saw them in concert in like 2005 or 2006 when Grind on Me came out.
Oh wow.
They were really
Your
good.
parents let you go to that?
Well, I think I was almost 18, so it was like they didn't really have a choice. So I was almost
in my
an
household, it doesn't
adult.
matter how old I was still in it. It was like, girl, you going to Pretty Ricky? What
It was
Pretty Ricky?
Well, it was Pretty Ricky and like a bunch of other artists. Like Snoop Dogg was there and Cassie was there and like just a bunch of different. It was like a radio station thing, but yeah, Pretty Ricky.
Oh
performed.
yeah,
really
I know
good.
what you mean. Like their summer jam.
Yeah.
I've been to one like that too.
Those are really fun.
That's what you're saying.
After we watch this, we should start super chats, y'all. It's 7:40.
Yeah, it is late. Okay, let me pull this in.
Ariana, drop something in the chat real quick, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share that. Give me 1 second.
And I gotta watch that match at 11. I'm tired, but...
Also, Kowalski says the reason why the mall was so empty is apparently Trump was going to be putting on a show, but he siphoned off 90% of the budget for himself.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So is this a performer?
Wait, is this real?
So. Yes.
Oh my God, y'all are tearing me a new one today. What is going on in people's America?
I don't want to press play. I just want to enjoy this. Wait, sir.
So this is the baptism room.
Oh, okay.
Where they
Is
also
there no
have a
audio?
performer.
Oh,
they also have a performer while you get baptized.
Eating Jack.
Okay, the music is copyright, I think. So she's an artist. Okay, there's another one.
Yeah, so this is the baptism room, just so you guys know. And they have like for North Carolina, they have that. Oh, and then this is when that thing fell from the top of the stage.
That could have killed someone.
Whoa. Damn,
I mean,
what
it
did
could
they
have,
put this
but
shit
also
together
you're
with?
choosing to perform at.
And then what's your performing?
True.
What is the choreography
Like-
that just in that 2 seconds, baby? Why are you doing it?
I understand we all have to pay bills, but also it's like
Stop the show. Stop the show right now. You guys are out there just white version of shucking and jiving for the people. It's crazy. I hate to see it for them, but that's their choice. And look, the Lord doesn't want it. Everything is going wrong. Ain't nobody showing up. The Lord is like, and no. Like, and I think not baptism. I think not. Like, no.
God, it's honestly so funny. There's some things about this that I'm enjoying because it feels so unserious that it like we're trapped in a comedy.
it is
So if you pretend
unserious.
like it's not like real and it's just a movie, then it's funny and enjoyable.
The Confederate flag just being there.
Oh wait, I found more. Can we
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
Can we please? I know it's
Yeah.
late. I'm sorry. Just like a couple more, please. Please entertain me with this. I'm begging.
Okay. Oh, is this the baptismal?
So that's the baptism room.
What? Let me see. That's what I'm interested in.
Let's see. There we go.
Oh, this is the baptism room. Don't nobody want to be saved up in there.
There is-
Don't nobody- Yahweh. And no way. Okay?
I already memorized the song.
Like
Yahweh.
Yahweh. There's no way. Don't be. That's why the Lord is just messing it all up. Pieces is falling apart.
They're gonna get struck by lightning.
Okay,
Honestly.
playing with people. Jesus.
Yahweh.
Oh, guys, they're going out fast. Nobody bought tickets. So all the people who love Donald Trump swear they love him. Hate everything. Hate any democracy. Hate anybody brown or black. Where are those people?
Yeah, where are
those
they?
millions of
That's what I'm
people?
wondering. It doesn't make sense that there's zero. It would make sense that there's like a little bit, like 10%.
Right.
20%.
Like a little bit, a little 25%,
Yeah.
of the lawn. Where are those people who fight for this man every which way on online every day?
That's a good
voted him
question.
in
Yeah.
all these years, scaled the Capitol. People, where are those people?
They're back in prison again after getting pardoned for committing other crimes.
Like, and this is on people. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, is there-
Beyonce's
I found the baptism room, like the other side of the baptism room, because there's two sides. Okay, wait. Okay, click on the link that I just sent right now. This is a
Okay.
full view of the baptism room.
Because it's like a regular. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. This is the one I was hoping to see too. It's like a regular ass swimming pool, just an above ground
In
pool
the
that you get from
middle,
Walmart.
with like an Israeli flag pinned on the top. It's so weird.
Oh my god.
No way.
Where's the flag?
Yahweh.
It's above
No
the
way.
Oh, like over here. Okay.
Nobody's
like-
coming for Jesus. Not this Jesus. but nobody's coming for it. Don't nobody want to be saved up in there because it's fake, it's phony. They got this pool, they got this whole setup. It's in the porta potties in the back.
Yeah, the porta potties really took me out. Oh,
you know what?
Some carnival ass baptisms. That's crazy.
Have the group chat.
Wow.
Lord.
I mean, it is representative of the current state of America. It's appropriate given,
that whole setup.
What's going on. So, wow. That's great.
Yeah. Man, if I was in DC, I would go there and just fucking do content grabs. Are you kidding me? Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyone can go. Literally,
That's
anyone can go.
I'm like, why even that? Even that? I'm like, where are the people?
Where's people who are haters?
Who is there to be?
There's no one.
Like
maybe they're all at the reflecting
Somebody
pool.
should just come perform, right? So some church should just stand in front of there and start their own situation. Like do something. They do it to y'all all the time.
There's not even protesters. Like anybody in like a frog, blow up costume. Just no
just
liberals doing yoga.
Somebody bring the LGBTQIA plus flag. Somebody bring the trans. Somebody bring all the flags. Like somebody really come there with their Mexican flag and their Mexican soccer jersey. Just go in there and be messy.
Not even a streaker or a tweaker. Just there's nothing happening.
Streaker, tweaker, or flag.
Yeah, we're just getting nothing.
Underwhelming.
Come with the Haitian flag, like a huge one. Just put it right there. Just start playing Haitian music. Just something. Who is in DC? Who's doing the things? Who has time? Because you guys are missing opportunities here.
Let your dogs run around.
No,
It's like
none
a big
of
open field.
Trump's fans are going. None of that's crazy. Because you would think that they would use this opportunity to also make content, but I haven't seen anything.
No, I've seen people going around, not as many as you would think, but there's definitely been people who've gone there to film that nobody's there. I mean, that's what we're watching.
There's people
right?
doing content for sure, but it's not.
Yeah.
That Uncle Sam guy who was masturbating, that was content.
That's not the content we were looking for, sir.
No, he got arrested.
Take me out the group chat.
Yeah.
Look, it's getting crazy. I didn't even know this was happening in the world. I didn't even know this thing was for a week. I'm like, did it happen already? They keep showing us. Is this like the rehearsals? No, that's what's happening. That's the show.
And there's not even Trump supporters there because there's just one mobility scooter. So his own fans, like you were saying, are not showing up.
Insane.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Well, super chats.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Lance, did you want to go first? Because you said you had to.
Oh, y'all go.
Okay.
I only got 2, so I can get up out your hair and go get ready to watch this match.
Oh, there's a game happening in 10 minutes,
At
right?
11 p.m.
This late, it's happening. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's in Vancouver.
Yeah, they're marching outside of my door. I can hear the chanting.
Oh.
I can see.
Okay, so the first one I see is from Kowalski. Is this yours, Rebecca?
Yes, there's one from Looney Tunes though. Doggo is so cute about the dog.
Okay, let me find it.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Looney Tunes. Prairie, and then said I was planning to climb the Empire this week. I was planning to climb the Empire State Building next month to advertise Leftist Mafia and in each of your channels, but I feel like you're talking me out of it. I still might.
No, you can't do it for that. Okay, you can.
No, don't you dare. Laney
don't
Lou.
do it. You'll get 20 felonies.
Laney Lou, right. Laney Lou, thank you so much for your super chat. His followers are out quietly doing ICE raids. That's true. Check into the wave of arrests the last 72 hours. That's why they're not there. They have ICE jobs now. Yep. Well, that's my time. All right.
Isn't Enrique Tarrio now an ICE agent?
I don't know.
That's what I heard. His name came up in the database, but I don't know if there was any follow through or corroboration with an actual journalist. So I don't know. But I heard that. I saw that too, Ariana.
I'm pretty sure he is because
it says he's not. It says he's not, but that's a rumor.
Really?
That was claimed. But they said he's not. Now I don't know. Now this is what AP News is saying. I'm not sure. Anywho, love you guys. Mean it.
Oh, it
That's
says
my
yeah.
time. I will see you guys on next Thursday. Love to
You
see you
take
guys'
care.
faces today. Bye, y'all. Bye.
I only have like 10. I'll go through them quick, I promise.
Okay, I'm posting the timestamps in our group chat. Just FYI, if you guys want to put that on your VODs. Okay. Let me know your first one, Ariana, and then I'll
It's
try to follow
V-Man.
along. V-Man. Is it the 10?
Starts with question.
Oh, question. Okay, let's see. V-Man, where's V-Man? I see a couple of V-Mans. I don't see that one.
Question: why do so many American liberals not understand that self-determination isn't voting for city council? Turnout and process matter. I keep telling them that in Puerto Rico. Yes, continue next chat. Thank you so much for the $10 and thank you so much for being number one. I appreciate you so much. I agree. Self-determination is not voting for city council. Turnout. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Statehood has never won a referendum which voter turnout exceeds 66% and the ballot was structured to favor statehood. It's like they care more about us as political prize than ensuring fairness. I think this super chat was sent before I came in. I'm sorry, chat. Admittingly, it was so hot when I got back home. I needed to like sit in front of the AC for like an hour. But yeah, no, I agree. I think we've always taken advantage of Puerto Rico, to be honest, and we've never treated them fairly, like ever. So yeah, I agree. V-Man, thank you so much for the $2. I meant to say wasn't, just to be clear. We understood what you meant. Thank you for the $2. Looney Tunes, thank you so much for the $5. Hello, thoughts on Tim Heidecker Info News video? Infowars?
Tim Heidecker, yeah, he took over the Infowars, and he's doing like an Alex Jones thing. Yeah, like he does a good Alex
What happened
Jones
to Alex
impression.
Jones?
He lost Infowars because he lost his defamation suit to the Sandy Hook parents, so that was part of it. He had to give that up, and so the Onion bought it.
They explain he exploded. Apparently, the new Infowars has video footage of it about Alex Jones exploding. You should go check it out. Watch the
I haven't seen that video. I'll have to check it out.
It came out today. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I haven't seen it then. I'm behind.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out. We have not seen it. Thank you so much for the $2 though. V-Man, thank you so much for the $10. I know Pride Month is over, but I'd like to share my favorite LGBTQ plus song, El Gran Varón, a salsa song by Willie Colon. It tackles gender identity phobia and AIDS. Don't worry, it has a music video. I love that. I really love that. Pride Month is over though, right? You're 2 days late. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I will definitely check it out. I will save this. I will go back into YouTube and check it out. It sounds like a fun song. Thank you so much for the $10. D-Man, thank you so much for the $2. If conditions were livable in Puerto Rico, I'd leave. I always say this like all the time. If I could go back to Iran and live there, y'all would never see me again. I would be gone. I would find my fine Persian husband and live my best Persian life. But you know, we keep bombing Iran, so thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. Bay Photo, thank you so much for the $5. A few years ago, a guy climbed Salesforce Tower in San Francisco and protested pro-life rights.
Yeah, that's pro-life Spider-Man, right? We talked about him on episode 1 of Leftist Mafia. He's a legend.
Oh, wait, so he did it for pro-life?
He dresses up as Spider-Man and he scales buildings to promote forced births.
Oh, that's crazy. Did you guys hear about the Republican senator? I believe she's state senator in Florida. She had an ectopic pregnancy and she had to get an abortion, but the doctors refused to give it to her. So she basically called the governor's office and she was like, I need to get an ectopic, basically strong arms. Like the governor, I've heard multiple reports on this. I don't know what's true. Some reports say that the governor's office never did anything. Other reports say that the governor's office called the doctors and convinced them that he wouldn't charge them. I don't know what the fuck really happened in the weeds, but they ended up giving her an ectopic abortion, or like an abortion for ectopic pregnancy.
And she claims it's still like, oh, it's not an abortion. That's an abortion, dummy. That's an abortion.
It's a literal abortion. Just because the pregnancy is not in your uterus doesn't mean it's not an abortion.
Yeah.
Whatever. Kowalski, it's hot and humid. The fact that Texas GOP outlawed water breaks for construction workers is insane. I did not know that.
Yeah,
also,
it is.
I didn't know that. Also, I think they're putting something in the water. It's making people piss all the time. Why are you like the third person to tell me that take?
It's a joke.
No, I know, but it's like turning into like a millennial joke. Where we have to do it all the time. You're like the third person to make that joke. Is that like a thing? Is that turning into a meme? Okay, I'm done with my super chats. Thank you so much for having me, everyone. It was so fun being here. Love you all. I will be back.
Take care. Have a wonderful week. Stay cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you want me to read through them quick? I don't have a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'll go to the bathroom while you do that. I'll be right back.
All right. James Nordhoff 3536 with the 499 and the word shame. I agree. Shame. Looney Tunes 9000. Thank you for the $5. Missed the new InfoWars video on Tim Heidecker. Watch it here after the show. Everybody, if you want to watch the new InfoWars video, they just started a brand new channel on YouTube, I think. The Onion, but it's entertaining. It's funny. Go watch it. Go support them. Canadian Goose 007. Thank you very much for the $10. Good evening, Lance and gang. Sorry to divert to Canadian politics. No, more people should. I was wondering what your opinions are on David Eby and his continued liberalism. Do you think he should resign? And it's continued in a second message, which for some reason is not loading. Oh, just thought I'd ask because he's a BC resident who identifies as NB. I'm starting school and looking at gender affirming care. Oh, as a BC resident who identifies as NB, I'm starting school and looking at gender affirming care. And the surge in the polls and the BC cons have been truly terrifying to me. I would say for the near future, British Columbia, if you are looking for somewhere to immigrate, is still pretty LGBTQ plus forward, but make sure you go to places like Vancouver, the city. If you go to little towns in BC like Langley or other areas, Abbotsford, etc., you'll find that there's still quite a bit of homophobia, transphobia, and general bigotry. So it's not necessarily like you move to British Columbia and you're in like gayland. You move to Vancouver, incredibly welcoming and warm to queer people across the board. It's beautiful for that. I have nothing but amazing things to say about Vancouver, the city. But just know that if you're going to move here, is David Eby going to go anti-LGBTQ plus? No, he's not. But could the Conservatives come to power? Yes, they could. Also, the leader of the Green Party in BC is better than the leader of the NDP right now, just on the BC level. Near the Far World, thank you for the $5. Iranians play 15 cents for gas instead of Ethan. Let's talk about nationalizing the oil. Let's get serious. We're facing the death of our very climate. I agree. If anyone hasn't seen that really shocking meme, there was a TV broadcast in France in 2015 that showed how bad your heat was going to be in Europe by 2050 if we don't do anything. And the current temperatures across Europe are hotter than that bit that they did. Where they were like, look how hot Europe could be by 2050 if we don't do anything about climate change. And that day's temperature was hotter. And so that's fucked up. So definitely one of those, like, yeah, we got to actually take this seriously and do what good countries are doing. Like China, for example, like let's switch over to renewables tomorrow. Prairie Fire Ned, thank you for the $10. Kowalski, Lance, I want to thank you and Canada for allowing America to exist for 250 years. You're welcome. Aside from the Canadian Marines burning down the White House, you've been fairly benevolent. You are welcome. And Jacqueline Leach at the 750, thank you for the 699. The Psychosis of the Present, maybe Dostoevsky, or maybe the sequels to David Byrne's True Stories. That is deeper than most of the super chats I get. Normally it's like, sound effects and doing Alex Jones' voice. Thanks, Dick Wick, for the gifted sub. Take it away, Mike or Matt.
All right. Do you want to go first, Matt, or do you want me to go first? Your choice.
It doesn't matter to me. Well, I could go really quick.
Okay.
My first one is from Looney Tunes 9000. So you were kidnapped by Mickey Mouse, being the reason why you're late? Yes, if you want to. All right, whoa, I can't do it at all tonight. Wow, completely. There we go. I got it a little bit back. All right. That was weird. I couldn't do it for a second. Guamu 3. I can't see the rest of his username. There it is. Guamu 3211. 100 Mexican pesos. Thank you so much. Hey Matt, how are you feeling about the World Cup? I'm torn. I wanted it to be a total failure because of FIFA greed and awful U.S. policies, but the games have been great and Mexico is on a great run. I mean, listen, you gotta just enjoy stuff sometimes. I agree. FIFA is a bad organization, and I'm rooting for Team USA. I think it would be good for soccer in the United States of America if Team USA goes deep into the tournament. That's what I care about. It's not like Team USA winning means like we're endorsing the military-industrial complex. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the more realistic scenario is Team USA does well. More young people in the United States get into soccer, play soccer, watch soccer, and soccer becomes a more popular sport in this country. That's what I want. That's what is the most realistic outcome of these games. Does it suck that they made the FIFA Peace Prize for Trump? Does it suck that Trump is going to hand the winning team? He's going to be there to hand them the World Cup? Of course. But at the end of the day, none of that really has any staying power. What matters is that young people are going to watch these games, see that it's awesome, see that it's great. Most soccer players, outside maybe some of the people on Team USA, most soccer players are actually fairly progressive, especially when you compare them with some people in other sports, like in baseball and football, American football, I should say. It is what it is. But the game's been great.
Take
and I've been
joy out of
enjoying it.
something. You should do that.
Yeah. WizPig Tactics with a super chat. Imagine dying for a performance no one watched. Right. Listen, I come from the ethos that the punk ethos where like you play just as hard for an audience of 1 as you do for an audience of 1,000. But also, I'm not going to die for an audience of 1 or 1,000. Thank you very much. Actually.
Yeah. Right.
Excuse me. Dog on a hot tin roof with the super chat. Burger King, have it Yahweh. Very funny. Old man in Philly. Now that Cedar is going to be gone most of the summer, any chance you do more solo shows on MR? I had no idea Sam Cedar was going to be away for most of the summer. I had no clue. Maybe they'll ask me. Who knows? The best way to get me to do more shows is email them and say, hey, if you and Emma ever go on vacation, we want to see more Matt Binder. Feet Scotty B with a $10 super chat. I went down to the mall F250 event just for the new metro stations and got turned away. Wouldn't let me in with only spray, sunscreen, and a water bottle, and they were hand wanding everyone. Crazy. What? That is weird. Maybe no one can get. Maybe there is a crowd who wants to get in, and they won't let anyone because like they brought like a water bottle. Weird. Yeah. Over on Twitch, nothing. Thank you for watching. Go ahead. That's all my super chats.
All righty. Shouldn't take too long. I don't have too many tonight. Bayphoto, thanks for being a member for 15 months. Cartoon, thoughts on no physical media for PlayStation in 2028. I absolutely hate it. I know it was kind of going in this direction, but it sucks. It's really crazy that they're announcing that they're not going to make physical games anymore in the same week that they are removing movies that people purchased from their libraries. It's just less options. It's not consumer friendly in the slightest. And I am just going to do PC now because I don't want like digital media on consoles. So I'll just like stick to PC. I mean, I do both. I do digital and physical, but I want the option to have physical, especially for consoles.
Someone asked this on the Majority Report, and my take was a little bit different. Do I think, obviously, physical media dying is good? No, absolutely not. But unlike with like movies and music and TV shows and books and media like that, where you just like consume it, video games has a complete other separate issue, don't they? Like most games today, even if you have the physical disc, they still require some sort of activation or online element that
only if that's a core part of the game. Like first-person games, first-person adventures, they're still offline. You can play them off.
Don't most games though nowadays have multiplayer online modes?
Most of them have like day one updates you require, DLCs, expanded characters, all that kind of stuff. But like there is still first-person adventures and quests you can go on where you can play offline. Like
but that doesn't seem like to be the majority of games anymore. No, majority seem to require some sort of server it connects to just to even approve that you can play.
That in and of itself is an argument enough to dispel physical media, though, because I'm not saying that's the argument to dispel physical media. I'm saying like it goes much further than just a physical disc for games. I think everyone's worried is that a company like Sony can do what they just did, which is just announce if a specific title can just disappear off the cloud, right? Then people can't play it anymore. If that's a cherished game or something that has something that's profound to you, that sucks. So I think
it's just gone.
It's driving a lot more people now to look towards getting into physical and analog media. Like apparently for Gen Z, it's a huge thing. It's what, like, I don't know if you've gone on eBay. Everything's so expensive because things like Walkmans and DVDs are so like in right now and trendy. You want to buy old consoles and buy cartridges again, and like it's people are getting into it
because everything's subscription model. People actually want ownership again. They're realizing that it's actually bad for one storefront to have a monopoly because, I mean, like, if there's no more physical, PlayStation, they get to set all the prices. Whereas right now, you know, maybe you'll get a sale if you walk into a Walmart on a cheaper game that you've been wanting to buy. But if there's just one option, then, you know, they don't ever have to lower the price. And they could just, again, you never really own that. If their licensing deal runs out, then they could just take that off of your account, which sucks. And to your point, Matt, there are some games where like the whole thing doesn't fit on the disc or it's online, but there's still quite a lot of single player games. And the people who play single player games are the ones who typically like to have physical media. Like I'm not like a multiplayer dude, and I do like physical media. I've been moving more towards like, you know, PC. So that's all digital. Unfortunately, I prefer physical, but it's all digital. But whenever I buy a console, I go on my way to get physical, and if there's only digital, I wait until there's a physical. So for me, this is really shitty because I have all like I talked about this before. I have all of my, like, me and my spouse both have all of our games from when we were little kids, like our PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. So, you know, I really enjoy collecting. I like being able to just go through and see what I got, play them. So for me, I personally really dislike this, even though I know that like digital is convenient and more people probably opt for that these days, but to lose the option really does suck, especially for people like myself who are boomers who really do like physical media still. But again, like Lance was saying, like, you know, vinyl's making a comeback. These older forms of media is making a comeback. DVDs making a comeback.
Mini discs. People really like mini discs.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just when everything is a subscription and they're trying to push, you know, computer subscriptions, rentals on you because they're getting so expensive because of RAM.
All software is subscription now. You can't like just buy a thing and own it anymore. Yeah.
It's so frustrating. Yeah, Microsoft Word, another example, right? Like you could just, before you pay $60 or whatever, and then that's it. Now you have to pay for it monthly. Although when I was going to school,
Libre Word, it's open source and free and gives you the whole suite.
Oh, okay. I've heard of them actually, but I never used them. When I was in grad school, I decided to pirate a copy in Minecraft of Microsoft Word. Because if buying isn't ownership, then piracy isn't stealing, right? Okay. Cartoon. Also, thoughts on the right praising Yui Bowl new film, especially Elon, as well as Jonathan Majors' new Daily Wire film title and info. So the Uibo film is about Army Hammer, like, who goes on like some vigilante killing spree because an immigrant kills somebody he knows.
He's an illegal immigrant, by the way. He's an illegal immigrant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's an illegal immigrant slumlord from America who inherits a bunch of buildings in a random European country. They don't tell you what country it is. And so he travels there to make sure that the politicians don't do a rent freeze and also to kill like Muslim immigrants while he's there.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like just rank propaganda. In terms of Jonathan Majors, I think that actually is a funny premise. The premise of their movie for Daily Wire is that the 2024 Free Palestine campus protests, what if those were infiltrated and taken over by actual like jihadists? And it's like, wait, weren't you all saying that that was already the case, that they were just like operatives working for, you know, ISIS or whatever the fuck? Like, I remember a lot of them making that implication. So that's just, yeah, it's, you know, I don't know if that Daily Wire movie is going to be popular, but I can see why the Yui Bowl movie is popular, because, you know, it's available on like a bigger platform. And if the Nazis, you know, do word of mouth and the fascists do word of mouth, then maybe it rises in popularity. Looks like dog shit objectively, though. Just, I saw a clip that somebody posted, like a right winger was like, "Yo, this is so badass," and I was like, "Oof, this looks like it was shot on like one of those like 2007 handy cams."
Yeah, it's so bad. It would be like one of those really good movies to recommend that it's so bad that it's funny, but you can't because it's like actually being used by people to like incite racial violence now. So it's just like you watch it, it's gross, and it's being played by Armie Hammer, who's like an accused cannibal rapist. So it's an accused cannibal.
Yeah, I was
rapist.
gonna say.
Basically playing himself, like he just steps in front of the camera and he's like, "We must eliminate the impures, destroy the Muslims, blood and soil." And you're like, "Is this just his day? Like, is he just hanging out at home and Uwe is like filming him or some shit?" I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. The scene that I saw that somebody had shared was of like one of the bad guys he caught. He killed them, and then he decided to kill the family of the bad guys for no
they made
reason.
social media posts like defending their rapist family member or whatever, so the whole family has to go. So he's just like, he sits there and shoots everyone, including just like an innocent woman who has harmed no one, you know. But yeah,
that's crazy. Fascist propaganda, just, they don't know how to be subtle. Webster, thanks for the 5. I like how all you need to do is be a socialist and bait the right to be the worst versions of themselves. That's a great point. Yeah, you absolutely can get them to self-own and promote you if you are a socialist. Cartoon asks, did you hear about A24 doing a partnership with Google AI? I saw that. That's really disappointing because I like A24. So I'm saddened to see that. Fargonot, thanks for the 5. Dummy question, but Mike, could you give me an update on your snoring that you said you would last time I was here? Also, Lance, do you snore too? LOL. Okay, so I think I'll let you go first, Lance.
Well, just a little bit, not aggressively. I don't have sleep apnea. I'm just I think if I'm on my back, I snore. If I'm on my side, I don't.
Okay, I asked my husband about this after he sent the question last time, and I believe you asked if I was a nose snorer or a mouth snorer, and my husband said I am more of a nose snorer, and yes, I snore basically like almost every night, according to him. So, yeah, I'm one of those folks. I'm probably going to need a CPAP when I'm like fucking an old guy. Looney Tunes. I take the pledge to blame the lazy bums who run late to the leftist mafia every single time. None of the bums show up. Money goes to Mike. Hey. Appreciate that. Fly Chomper Fly. A plus re-Trump. Everything in the open. USA awakes. That is true. Yeah, people are getting radicalized because things are so bad. Otaku Dragon. They should regulate the algorithm, not the users. Yes. Yeah. Anupam says, not gonna lie, and thanks for the 10, by the way, Anupam. Not gonna lie, Plattner should drop out. Disaffected voters liking him didn't happen, and it seems like we're just sacking a Senate seat for no reason. Angus King will be up soon anyway. We'll take that one. Chemical Dragon, thanks for the 20. You see, Mitch Cryptkeeper McConnell was found unconscious, CPR rendered, and sent to hospital with health unknown. What is clutching the power with your skeptical hand going to serve your mummified ass if you die in office? I mean, yep, that's the question I have with all these folks. Anupam, $5, thank you. I meant to drop out and be replaced with a lefty like Troy Jackson. Chill. Okay, in response to the other comment about Graham Plattner. I will not comment on Graham Plattner because I've made my comments, my position known, and I make people mad, so I will not say anything. I'll just read them and then move on. Robe Life Network, thanks for the 5. Yugoslavia never should have broken up. Their soccer and basketball teams would have been monsters. That and the socialism and worker co-ops were based. Terabyte. And you thought I was messing with you about the turtle last week. Maybe there's an early birthday present for you. Oh, maybe, Tara. Maybe. Who knows? DJ Prodigy. Do you think acceleration played a part in these wins? That's hard to say. Maybe. A little bit, right? We kind of saw this in 2008 with Obama's victory. He was, I mean, even though we know now he's much more neoliberal and conservative, he was the more progressive candidate in the race between him and Hillary, at least when it comes to like foreign policy. And, you know, we got him after 8 years of Bush, where people were really fed up. Things were really bad. The Great Recession hit. So, yeah, I think that there is something to what you're saying in that things sometimes swing really rapidly in the other, not rapidly, they just swing significantly in the opposite direction when they get really bad. Looney Tunes says, saw your video on ICE arresting a nun. So tragic. Oh, I think this one is this for me? I don't know if this is for me or not. Or unless you're confusing me with Kyle. I don't think I talked about the ICE arresting the nun. Maybe I put it in the video. I don't remember. Bayphoto, thanks for the 5. Andy Bashir cannot appoint a replacement. Sorry.
I said maybe it was for David Doel. I don't know. I don't know if David did
maybe.
The ICE son.
I know Kyle talked. I think Kyle talked about this. I don't know. All the white dude political commentators are like interchangeable. Like sometimes I confuse myself with like David Doel or Kyle. So, and Lance or Matt, we're all just like. Andy Bashir cannot appoint a replacement. Kentucky already changed the law. It goes to special election. Okay. Thanks for the clarification on that. I was not aware of that law. Also, Kentucky stripped the governor's power to appoint senator in 2024. McConnell and Kentucky GOP planned for a situation like this and enacted it in law. He really is a conniving motherfucker. Like, he's always planning. He's always 2 steps ahead. Damn, you got to hand it to him. Okay, Jeremy Elwood in the chat says David definitely covered it. Okay. So maybe that was a chat for David. I'm not really sure because it is streaming on his Twitch.
No, cool.
Fly Jumper Fly. Kentucky changed the rule very recently to block replacement. That's crazy because they're like, yeah, this guy's going to die. Let's replace. That's, oh my God. They are diabolical. Democrats really have to get on that level and not against the left, against the Republicans. Ryan Chan, glad Kuros won, especially when DeGette pulled a Karen by calling vendors to cancel her event with Hassan Piker a couple of weeks ago. 14-point margin. Yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. DeGette really is a terrible person. You know, when I recorded my video, she was only around like 7 points ahead. And I'm like, yeah, it's closer. By the time, like you said, by the time it was over, 14-point margin, that was a comfortable victory. You love to see it. For those who don't remember, Diana DeGette is the lady who was confronted by, I don't know if it was a Sunrise Movement protester, but it was like posted by them where they were confronting her about supporting weapons to Israel. And she the lady stormed off, like, oh, you don't think Palestinians deserve to live? And she's like, no, wait. And then she tried to follow her. And then she saw that the dude was recording, and she's like, oh, were you recording that? It's just fucking hilarious. I put it at the beginning of my video where I talk about Milad Kuros if you want to see it. Ryan Chan, anyone seen Abdul's CNN interview? Guy's a pro. Yeah, we watched actually a clip of it. He really is fantastic. We definitely need somebody like him on our side. 2028 PlayStation digital only. Fuck capitalism. 1,000%. Fly Chomper Fly. DJ climbs to the top of Leland Tower and unfurls a flag that says "Make music, not war."
Looney Tunes says it was for Ariana, not for David.
Oh, okay. ABS says, when's the next Zoom call? Also got employed. Hey, that's really cool. Congratulations, man. Next Zoom call is tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST. I sent out a reminder on Monday. I'll try to remember to send another one tonight. Although, I mean, we're getting close enough. But yeah, it's always usually the first Friday of the month. But yeah, tomorrow. Fly Chomper Fly says protests would bring attention to a dead scene. Yeah. Octolf says today is America's real birthday, not July 4th. Chemical Dragon says the Israel baptism tent has been there for several years on a permanent permit from what I've read. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Okay. Interesting.
Wow.
Gracie says, a lady said earlier today she got in the baptism pool to cool off from the heat.
I would.
Looney Tune says, when's the wedding, Ari? So this was to Ari. I'm assuming in relation to Kowalski. Jeremy Elwood says, you don't have too much. You have another then. Oh, in terms of super chats. Well, thank you, sir. Kowalski says, hold your horse. Oh, why did I almost say arses? Hold your horses, sir. I'm replacing Sam Cedar until he gets back. Oh, this might be from Matt, actually. Let me scroll down a little bit. I think this is from Matt. Yeah, this is from Matt.
It is from Matt. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hold your horses, sir. This is from Kowalski. I'm replacing Sam Cedar until he gets back. Too many Matts on Majority Report. They need a white boy from Middle America who can stoically look to the West and ponder the universe. JK. I mean, honestly, not ironic, not joking. Yeah, I agree, actually.
Shit, not you again says, oh, want to see a Tesla stuck on top my apartment wall? Posted a pic on YouTube channel. Allegedly autocorrect caused it. No idea how the fuck it got up there. Oh, okay. That's weird. What the fuck? Almond Joy says, hey guys, thoughts on Harris and Newsom approaching Mamdani post DSA wins? Think they're ready to listen or same-ish, different year? I think it's the latter. First of all, I love that they feel compelled to meet with Mamdani, the kingmaker. It really shows that the left has a lot more clout. But with regard to those two, it's just straight up like they're doing it because the polls have changed enough to where they feel like they have to. Otherwise, they'd be saying "fuck you" to the left if that was the more politically expedient thing. So, yeah, it's a great sign, but that does not mean we should trust them. I know that our audiences will know that. I just hope that like the more normie people will also know that. Plus Ultra says physical media for life. I hate capitalism. Right there with you 1,000%. Jeremy Elwood says last one. Abdul El Sayed for Senate. Absolutely. And Checkmate says we'll own nothing and be happy. Yeah, I mean that's what they want, right? It's yeah. Should not you again, at least less plastic pollution. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's that too, for sure. That definitely a positive. Jeremy Elwood with a 50. My God, Jeremy, what the fuck? That's crazy. Thank you so much. That's a gigantic super chat. Thank you, sir. Matt, it's not about... Oh, and this is addressed to Matt. Matt, it's not about the fact that most discs are just keys. It's about owning. Also, let's just say you come over to play a game. There's something special about you looking through my collection rather than scrolling on a screen. It's just different.
Yeah, but I can't play that game even if you own a physical disc. If you pop that disc in and it says this server is offline when you go to play it, that's the point I'm making.
And let's go to the shores of the pirates. You have
like
to
things are different when it comes to games. Like for movies, I agree. For music, I agree. But with games, there's a much bigger problem where, if Fortnite was to close tomorrow, me having a Fortnite disc or not would not enable me to play Fortnite. This is not how it works.
Yeah, but Fortnite is uniquely online only multiplayer experience.
There's a lot of games like that now. There's a lot of games like that.
And they're very popular. No doubt. But in terms, like Mike's right, there's a surplus of still first player titles coming out every year. Tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're also not extinct or going extinct.
Yeah, like that.
I guess I just don't play any of them.
Those kind of games that are like single player offline. Those are the only ones I play because I don't like playing with people. I just kind of like to do my own thing and veg out.
I like playing with himself.
I just like playing with myself, baby, all day, every day. Yep.
Thank you for the last second super chat. Anna Loves Riley for the $5. Looking forward to the Kingdom 250 Soylent MAGA meltdown on the 4th. Appreciate it.
NSN, thanks for the 5. Love you guys. Your content is absolutely critical. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you to say. The election wins and Palestinian support are because people have moved away from MSM. I think so.
And also,
let me see here. Kowalski says, thanks, Kowalski. Big LM is trying to make LM episodes only available on digital. This is why I'm putting the shows on VHS tapes. Reach out to David Doel for details. He doesn't know about this, but it'll be funny.
I gotta say, I bet like the VHS aesthetic like would look really cool with like, I'm not even just saying us. I mean like the classic like multi-panel, like how we have like the little windows with each. Could you imagine how that would look on VHS? I bet that would go really nice. I bet that would go hard. I bet that'd be really cool actually. I want to put a VHS effect over this now.
I can do it. It's easy. I'll set it up.
Eric Poperick says, I think Joyce Beatty could have been defeated in Columbus. Joe G was great, her challenger, but he took no campaign money, and that was tough to compete. Yeah, I mean, no campaign money would be really, really difficult. Okay, last one for me, and then there was one that came in for you, Matt, but this one is from Fargon. Thank you for answering my snoring questions. I wonder if Mike and Lance had a snoring contest both while sleeping on their backs. Who would be louder? I don't know. I don't really sleep on my back. I'm kind of a side sleeper. I just can't get comfortable.
I could fall asleep any which way, you name it, I'll fall asleep. I if I'm tired, I could fall asleep standing up.
Dude, right now, prove it.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's been times on stream where I might have physically not been in a sleep, but my eyes have been, my brain has been asleep.
This is the last one.
Not saying anything about you. I'm talking about when we go late, like those late nights. I'm like,
yeah. This is for you, Matt. Last one
with Matt Binder.
The majority from Matt Binder. Thank you. Shit, not you again. We did it three Thursdays ago when the Knicks Emma went to the Knicks parade and Sam was off already, and Brandon couldn't show up. It was the majority report, Matt Binder. It went swimmingly, if I do say so myself. If it was to happen again, it would be. I would say I probably do a solo host of the show at least once a year since I've left. So yeah, it's not completely out of the ordinary.
All right, y'all. I love you. I'll see you next week.
You both take care.
I can't believe it feels like we're ending so quickly, but it's already 11:30.
Oh, I got one last one. Well, if either of you snored in any position, Mike and Lance, which one of you would be louder? LOL, that was my question. Probably me, if I had to guess. There we go. Okay.
All right. Who are we rating?
We are rating the paradigm shift.
Sounds good.
_ paradigm shift. All right, folks. You all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have
a good
fun.
4th of July. Celebrate America's 250th. You don't have to celebrate the America that conservatives like to pretend they celebrate. You could celebrate this wonderful country that we all live in together, no matter where you're from. There's no place more diverse, and that's the America that I love. That's the America I'll be celebrating.
Yes, well said. Well said. I'm just gonna eat delicious food. Oh, Fargon says he'll get Lance next time. Okay, I'm ready to raid. If you are,
yeah, it's all ready to go. I'm gonna press raid now.
All right.
Take care, everyone. Be safe. Happy 4th of July.